Greetings, family. Yes, I'm late. I'm on CP time. My apologies. I just had to make sure I had all of the information for you all. OMG, Miss Art Cathey, like the Gambian said. Happy Sunday, family. Happy Sunday. I will show you all me, but I look like I've been beat up by some raccoons and held hostage. So you will only see my picture. But we're going to see all of what Art Cathey has been talking about. Let me turn this down. Yes. I don't want the music to be up too loud. How is everyone Sunday? I know it's almost the evening. It's the evening on the East Coast. Africa 1000. How you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing? It's Sunday, y'all. I have not worked out. I had to give my body a break because my body was like, girl, you are not 20. You are not 20. Hey, Miss Miriam. You're on time today. I'm not. Oh, I have a really hard time with time, y'all. Pray for me, okay? You know, if I was rich, I would have a personal assistant. They'd be like, come on, let's go. That's what I thought. That is exactly what I thought. Super Black, long time. How are you? Nakam. I hope you're well. Namanala, which means I miss you. I miss you all. Tay trying to get back to herself. I'm in the gym. I'm in the water. Only thing is I don't look like myself because I'm in the water all the time, right? I got natural hair. It's like, but I was thinking about purchasing one of those. I think it's a black-owned. It's by a black-owned company. It's the swimming caps, right? 100%. Guarantee you won't get your hair wet. I said, I think I need to invest in that day. Mom Sinclair, Stella is very well. How's the family? So I have some new videos for you all. I've been trying to hold some things in so I can bring you content. So that way my lives aren't like 100 million hours long, right? I so appreciate you all, but I'm like, people have things to do. So yeah, but I'm trying to get some videos together. Stella just hit a major milestone, but she's doing good. She's still crazy as ever. Stella gonna be Stella Day. But let me bring some things up for you all. Welcome back to another Lemonade special. I know people are out here copying your kid, right? I'll call myself the kid because in my heart, I'm a child at heart, y'all. If not, if I stand in being an adult and looking at what's going on in this world, I'll be like, oh my God. I just not even gonna get into that because like I say, it's above my pay grade. So I'm just gonna stay in my lane and mind my business. Just mind your business. Like Will Smith said, just mind your business. Just mind your business. Wait, hold up, Mom. Balama. So that's Mom. I didn't know that you're... Okay, all right. So let me just wheel this in. Mom, Nakam. I know who you are now. We had lunch together, yes? Yes, I thought you were somebody else. It's funny. I thought you were someone else. But yes, that's because you are an adult, sis. That's because you're an adult. So the older I ain't gonna say the older we get, the more responsibilities we have, the older we feel. Well, that's how I feel. That's how I look at it. Because when I was 24, I got my first apartment and I was like, oh my God. My friend was like, why you act like you 30? We were like 18, 19. She was like, you act like you 30. You only 18. I'm like, girl, I got a car. I got a car payment. I got car insurance. Well, what you want me to do? If I don't have anyone paying for it, what you supposed to do, right? Shout out to my girls that were doing what they were supposed to do when they were younger. And y'all living it up now. Y'all got paper a day. But shout out to you all, right? Because nobody gave that to you. You worked for it. So we're going to get into, let me just put this one spot. It's going to tie into what we're talking about tonight. Like, you know, this daggone Art Cathey. Hi, Raquel. This daggone Art Cathey is something else. So, like I said, welcome back to another limited special. I know, you know, people are out here copying, but, you know, I'm just going to say this. I started off with my car chronicles, right? Because I didn't have really anywhere to record at in the house, and I was always on the go when I was in the Gambia. So I started the car chronicles. Then, you know, you start seeing people doing the car chronicles. It's okay. I started my lemonade special. Now people like, oh, I'm doing my Kool-Aid special. You know, like Tay Tay, you know, if I could be like Tay, it's okay. It's okay. You know, in spite of people talking about me, they still want to be like me, but I'm flattered. I'm absolutely flattered. Anywho, we are spotlighting the one and only. Drum roll, please. Yeah, I only have one hand. I'm holding the mic. The one and only Art Cathey, right? Another Art Cathey. But I mean, you know what? This is really sad. Those who look at Saturday Night Live will be on some old, like, our president gives them content every week, like just content after content. That's how I feel with Art Cathey, because I'm like, the blatant diabolical behavior is like astounding. Why? It's okay. It's all right. All right, we're gonna get all into this. Let me bring this up. They're like, Tay Tay, you throwing shade. It is sunny outside. Let me pull the shade down. Let me pull it down, fam. Let me pull it down.
Sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me.
We won't. Y'all don't feel sorry for her. You heard her, right? Dang blasted. Don't feel sorry for her. We will not feel sorry for you throughout this video, right? We want to respect your wishes, boo. Don't feel sorry for her. We want to see a little bit of everything. All right.
Don't be feeling sorry for me.
She said, don't feel
sorry for me.
You know, Miriam, she ain't gonna never show that. She not gonna show that.
Yeah. Hey, y'all.
So this is her most recent.
Says, trust in the process.
This is her most recent live, and we're gonna go through this.
You gotta have a good red lip stain.
Okay.
Shout out to everybody joining me. She ain't dead. Ain't dead. Cancer ain't killed nobody, girl. Cancer ain't stopped no damn show. Come in this damn chat. Don't be feeling sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me. No. I just
Art a mess, right? Art is a mess.
Got my hair done too, y'all. This was like, I think the total of $15 or something. Girl, you would be glammed out in Ghana for the.
Okay, so let me just, before Art, let me just run it back before Art get into. I'm just gonna pause it. I'm not gonna run it back because she just talking malarkey right now. So I'm gonna start off by saying this, y'all. Someone told me, they were like, your videos healed Art Cathey. Right? So it made me stop and think. Now, I don't know how many YouTubers are out here talking about this, or I know Negropian was going hard on Art Cathey at some point in time, but what I do know is I was not going to let Art Cathey slide or let her ride off into the sunset of Ghana with another scare, right? No. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Now, all of a sudden, you know, she want to throw out there that she may have been misdiagnosed, and this was in the former video, right? The video I just did a video. It's crazy how many videos she's been doing, but I'm like, I'm gonna stay on your behind. I'm gonna stay on you. Now, she said she threw it out there in the last video that she may have been misdiagnosed, and it looks like your girl's about to make a full recovery. Why? It made me think about when my friend was like, yo, your videos healed her. It's because like Art knew that this full-on alleged scam, cancer scam, was exposed. So she knew she had to come out and show some type of receipts. And it looks like what she's attempting to do in this video, we're about to break down. You're gonna see multiple. I'm just gonna show y'all Art Cathey. I'm gonna show y'all this video. For those who haven't seen it, I'm just gonna show y'all this video. I think that's how this is the true. I'm gonna pimp your mind. I'm gonna try to control your mind. This is pure narcissist behavior. Don't see what's right before your eyes. See what I show you. What the hell? No. There are some people that are sheep, but there are some people that are just like, nah, no.
Oh, but anyway, y'all come in here. What's up? There ain't nobody dead. Cancer ain't did all of that. I don't even claim the cancer part, y'all. I can see it's a misdiagnosis. I'm not gonna jump right into that yet. Let me pull it on back.
So you see, she starts off by saying she ain't dead. I ain't dead. Cancer ain't kill nobody. Cancer don't stop no show. She says she's not claiming the cancer. So you're going to see a bunch of contradiction, but she threw that misdiagnosis out there real quick. But I want y'all to notice how she's not even looking at the camera when she says this.
Okay. This was like, I think the total of $15 or something. Girl, you'll be glammed out in Ghana for the low. But anyway, y'all come in here. What's up? There ain't nobody dead. Cancer ain't did all of that. I don't even claim the cancer part, y'all. I can see it's a misdiagnosis. I'm not gonna jump right into that yet. Let me pull it on back.
You saw how she couldn't look at the camera?
And enjoy this, because it's been a while since I even felt good enough to go live.
It's been a month, right? It's been a month, right? Back from the Banks Hospital. I know Banks Hospital is like, why in the hell did she have to come here? Now this dang on YouTuber Travel with Tay Tay, right, is talking about us with Art Cathey. Oh my God, we don't want to be associated with this daggone alleged scammer. That's what I think that they're saying in my mind.
No, we ain't calling it cancer, but your girl was around here sick for real, like having to go to the hospital and get morphine shots and shit like that. Like, girl, but all this area on fire. My CAT scans was saying a certain thing, but when I took them to the naturopath, they saw something different. Basically, inflammation based.
Okay, y'all. Wait. Oh God. Okay. All right. I don't want to laugh. God forgive me. Balama, please forgive me. I don't want to laugh, but so okay, I have a few questions. And I'm going to do it like this so that way we could break it down. Y'all could throw y'all questions in there. But I have a few questions, right? So who actually diagnosed her then? Because last thing we know, she went to Banks Hospital. She was getting the morphine shot, the morphine, whatever, right? They were giving her morphine. That was last month. That was May. Sometime in May. So if it wasn't, so she said it's been a while since she felt good enough to go live. She says she didn't feel good enough to go live. What did she tell the nurse? I'm not going to go live, blah, blah, blah. Then the nurse walk in. I know I said I wasn't going to go live and blah, blah. But it's been a month since she has been knocking at death's door, right? So we can't even believe Art when she said, when she talked about going live on social media, we can't even believe that because she felt good enough to insult that person from her hospital bed. Oh, y'all go on TikTok and curse her out for me. So I'm confused, right? I just got questions, y'all. Just questions. So I'm very skeptical to even think that Art was sick. I'm really skeptical because if not, let's just keep going. I do think it was another just smash cash and grab, but that's just my opinion. So she says that she's not calling it cancer, right? But she was sick for real. Your girl was sick for real. So we don't know if she's saying that because she said she got a scan, right? A CAT scan. She said, that and then she took it to the naturopath doctor. But is she saying that she got a scan at the bank hospital and they misdiagnosed her? Is she saying that her naturopath doctor healed her of colon cancer that spread to her liver? I'm sorry. I'm not a doctor, right? Nor am I a nurse. I'm a paper pusher, right? But Art wants us to believe that inflammation was mistakenly diagnosed as cancer. Next thing she gonna be like, girl, I ain't had no cancer. That was just gas. I can't. Wait. So if it's not cancer, okay, let's just keep going. She literally said it's
basically inflammation based.
Inflammation based. She literally said that it's inflammation based. So if it was inflammation based, how is there a misdiagnosis of cancer that spread to 2 organs? Hold on. I want to make sure I get this. It's inflammation based.
Saw something different. Basically inflammation based.
Right? Okay. So if it's inflammation based, she's saying it's not cancer. She says it's not cancer, it's inflammation based. So how is there a misdiagnosis of cancer that spread to 2 organs in your body, but it was actually inflammation? How does a doctor mistake inflammation for colon cancer that has spread to the liver? I'm laughing because I'm in awe that she wants us to believe this. I really am. Can inflammation turn into cancer? Absolutely. You have too much inflammation, it can turn into cancer from what I read, but I'm not a doctor. I just did Google, right? But you cannot tell me that, okay, I don't know what doctor she went to. So when she was diagnosed with cancer, aren't there blood tests in addition to CAT scan? She said she did a CAT scan, maybe an MRI, or maybe even a PET scan, right? Is it safe to assume that Accra, Ghana, because that's the capital, has a PET scan machine or 2 in the capital? Now, please, I don't want people to come for me, right? For my ignorance, like they did with the chemo comment. So I'm literally asking because PET scan machines are expensive. The radiologist offices that I knew, they had 1 PET scan machine. Kofu Blue says, I'm a survivor. She's lying. Okay, I'm sorry. All right, so my cameras are going off. My cameras is one, and then Stella's the other. You hear do-do-do-do, my camera like, hey, motion. Stella like, rawr. Nobody could do anything around here. Sorry. Queen of Reed says, yeah, she just needs to stop it. She must think people are stupid. Spread to liver inflammation. Come on, Art. Come on, Cletus. Come on, you gotta come better than that, Cletus. Oh, okay, so let me keep going. I don't know about Art. Art is funny though. She really is funny.
And as you guys know, my history of being an herbalist, talking about the root cause of disease and all that type of stuff, it made sense to me. But I didn't know I was gonna find myself experiencing that level of dis-ease, but I can kind of see why, even being a healthy person. But anyway, I feel like I'm just jumping right into it so fast.
Does anybody know what she just said? I just want to run it back real quick. Because I really didn't understand what she said the first time.
That type of stuff. It made sense to me. But
okay, so she said it made sense to her, so I guess she a doctor.
But when I took them to the naturopath, they saw something different. Basically inflammation based.
Okay, so she said it was inflammation based. The naturopath doctor saw something different. You guys know
my history of being an herbalist, talking about the root cause of disease and all that type of stuff. It made sense to me. But I didn't know I was going to find myself experiencing that level of dis-ease, but I can kind of see why, even being a healthy person. But anyway, I feel like I'm just jumping right into it so fast.
As y'all look at this video, look at how shifty her eyes are, right? We're going to call her shifty. Yes, your body shifty. Your eyes shifty, Art Cathey, shifty.
Because it's just been a lot I've been going through with this whole cancer thing. I had my treatment today. Shout out to Dr. Abina. Thank you so much. And everybody that's been supporting me on this journey. Girl, my life halted for a second. I'm sitting up here, got a GoFundMe, girl. Like, it shit got real. So if it's a lot coming out, it's gonna be one of them conversations. Just go ahead and get cozy.
Okay. So she really is trying to play on people's intelligence. She think people are stupid because she sees people keep. She's really trying to play on people's intelligence because she thinks anyone is stupid because she sees people keep donating to her fake cause. Well, since you said that, we're gonna keep going because y'all know I'll be all over the place. Thank you, V. Welcome, sister. Welcome. Throw some fire in the chat for V, y'all. Hello, Purple Love. Yes, welcome, V. Welcome. So she said her life halted for a second. So she sent out a GoFundMe.
And everybody that's been supporting me on this journey. Girl, my life halted for a second. I'm sitting up here, got a GoFundMe, girl. Like,
she said, I'm sitting up here and got a GoFundMe, girl. Oh, Lord. So I'm a former, right? And then when the Gambia happened, I picked it up. But thank God, I'm happy to tell you all that, yeah, no more cigarettes for Tay-Tay. No more cigarettes. If y'all see me with a cigarette, I want you to walk up to me and slap me. Now, I'm going to say this. The only time I really smoke is when I'm in the Gambia because I be so stressed out. So 9 times out of 10, most of y'all not going to see me in the Gambia. But if y'all see me in the Gambia, y'all see me with a cigarette, I give you full. This is proof in this video, right? I give you. So I might be mad, like, oh, just don't knock my teeth out and, just keep an eye on. Stop, knock the cigarette out my hand. Don't knock me in the face, right? Because I need this pretty face. It's not so pretty. It's kind of getting older and stressed out, but I need my face. All right. But no, seriously, y'all, if y'all see me smoking a cigarette in the Gambia, please slap the cigarette out my mouth. So, but no, I don't think I can't say I can say, honestly, she's a scammer, right? Because she helped to scam me. But as far as healer, this is not, I don't know what type of healing this is. It's funny that the camera stops on certain things and she looks really crazy right there. Okay. All right. So Kofu Blue said, once it spreads to the organs, it has reached your lymph nodes. They not only test your blood, but the nodes as well. That's why, like with her saying, okay, y'all gonna keep hearing it. Y'all gonna keep hearing it. No, Greta, V helped her out when she got kicked out, when her family kicked her out the house. When Art Cathey's family kicked her out the house, that was in another live. Oh, you did send the $20. Oh, good for you, V. I told you, when you get yours together, we're going to send you some money. I got 20 on it, 25 on it, right? Yeah. And you know what? That's why I say African-American women, shout out to you all, right? I know we get the bad end of the stick so many times, but shout out to you all because some of us are real and we support each other. Even the ones that's not real, they will support some people, but I'm not going to put a spotlight on them. Shout out to the real women that no matter what, if we see somebody that's suffering, I will give. I just can't give to Art Cathey, right? Because I know what she has done and it's just was sketchy. And now look, a month later, I'm healed. Thank you, Jesus. White Jesus. Let me see. So she said her life halted for a second, that she sent out a GoFundMe. Why? Like somebody said, you are a rich real estate mogul in Ghana, ma'am. That's what you told us. That is exactly what you said to us. Who said, look, Raquel said, I thought she was supposed to be rich. Why she need a GoFundMe to begin with? Okay. So Why do you need our stuck in America money, Art Cathey? You said we stuck, ma'am. Y'all stuck. Y'all can't get out. We need all of our coins with our struggling behinds. We are now at war, so we definitely need every penny. Go take that GoFundMe down, ma'am. You said you healed. Anyway, let's get cozy because she has to clear up her lies. All right? She about to clear.
It shit got real, so if it's a lot coming out, it's gonna be one of them conversations. Just go ahead and get cozy.
She has to talk about it because Tay on that ass. Shadow Black T, what's goody? Tay is on that behind, so she got to talk about it.
Sour sop tea, by the way, y'all. Sour sop tea. Okay, I'm not playing whatever the fuck is going on in my body, and it's not cancer. It's inflammation based. It's a lot of that.
You can't even get it out. It's inflammation based. It's not cancer. It is cancer. It's not cancer. It is cancer. So I'm going to confuse y'all because that way y'all really don't know what's going on.
Parasites, all of that. I've been getting y'all emails. Thank you.
So I gotta let y'all play. I gotta let y'all hear that from everything.
Sour sop tea, by the way, y'all. Sour sop tea. Okay, I'm not playing whatever the fuck is going on in my body, and it's not cancer. It's inflammation based. It's a lot of that, parasites, all of that. I've been getting y'all emails. Thank you for the naturopaths. Whoo, cause y'all wearing me out, girl. Yes, we're on the right page. Yes, I'm gonna live. And baby, if I die, I have made a huge impact already. Job well done. But I got a lot more to do. I got a lot more I want to live for.
Okay. I got a lot to say. I got a lot more I want to say. Yes, she's embracing her herbs again because she has to push those. But excuse me. This is dangerous, but I'm just I don't know about Art. I just all I can do is keep holding her accountable because I wouldn't be out here doing this. Okay, so now she's back to saying that it's not cancer. But in the segment before this, she said she in her cancer treatment, right, with the doctor, Abubu, Aloha. I don't know. I'm sorry. Y'all, I'm horrible with names. No disrespect, Dr. Abu Abba. What do I know, right? And see and hear is going on is that she's going back and forth that is no cancer, it is cancer, it's inflammation, parasites and all. But which one is it, Art Cathey? I don't think she even know. But more importantly, if it's all of these things going on in your body and you are a holistic healer, then how in the hell is all of this happening in your body, healer? But she says she don't know what it is, but they're on the right page, right? They're on the right page. She says she just don't know what it is. But this is the shade, right? Peep this shade, how she says with the people, I'm getting your emails and I know y'all concerned about my health. Y'all wearing me out with this information. You only wore out, lady, because you acted. Right? Oh my God, she telling her people allegedly. This is what's going on in my mind as to how I see her. Oh man, they keep sending me all these emails telling me what I'm supposed to do. Y'all know I'm just playing, trying to get some money. That's how I see Art Cathey and hear her in my mind because I can't take this woman seriously. But she says they're wearing her out because you don't want the information, you just want people's money, right? Why? Well, I ain't even gonna say why. This is what Art Cathey does. It's what she does. But she don't want to hear it because if it's an alleged scam, if it's an alleged cancer scam, she doesn't want to hear the truth. She says she's made a huge impact. You have, ma'am. You really have. For scamming people, you sure have. Yes, you have. And Satan would be saying, job well done, my daughter. Absolutely. Art Cathey for the crap.
Job well done. But I got a lot more to do. I got a lot more I want to live for.
Job well done,
Don't be
daughter.
feeling sorry for me.
Okay.
Don't feel
Okay. I
already.
need to remind y'all.
Job well done. But I got a lot more to do. I got a lot more I want to live for. Don't be feeling sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me.
We don't.
Go to my GoFundMe page because I go into
right. Okay, so y'all, full disclosure, I did chop this up, but this is funny, right? She'll tell you, don't feel sorry for me, blah blah blah, but go to my GoFundMe. Go to your GoFundMe for what? Now I want y'all to really listen to this.
Detail about why I'm asking for things, and I mentioned my son Garvey. Okay, I never talk about.
So she says, go to my GoFundMe.
Feel sorry for me.
I had to put that in there.
Go to my GoFundMe page because I go into detail about why I'm asking for things, and I mentioned my son Garvey. Okay, I never talk about Garvey, so this is going to be a very semi-vulnerable conversation because you don't really need to share too much with motherfuckers that really don't know you and don't like you. So I'm being very cautious and understanding of that before I even talk about my son.
Okay. Now, V, you funny. We send you light and love, sister. But you, at least you have your sense of humor. You're funny. Oh my goodness. You can't. But you know what? When we dealing with energy and stuff, not saying this. I'm just kind of like expanding on your joke, right? We do have to be mindful of the energy that we have around us. Because I think so many people that met Art Cathey thought that she was a nice human being, right? She talking that we pro-black, we this, we women sisterhood, but when she will love bomb you. Someone said that, like the whole love bomb, right? She will love bomb you to get what she want, and then she'll just turn on you. She has no. Why in the world would she contact V? Oh, I got 6 months to live. You know what it was, V? She wanted some of your paper. She saw that you had something that she doesn't have, probably a house and a car, right? And I think she wanted some money to reach out to you and say that. That's weird. And then to know that, and this, we just heard about this a couple months ago. So she contacted you a while ago, right? You said 6 months ago? Wait, let me go back to the comments. Give me a second, y'all. Let me see. Okay, you said she told you she had 6 months to live. She told you she had six months to live. All right, because the 6 months was in my mind. But the fact that she told you, whenever she told you that she had 6 months to live, and we just hear about that 2 months ago, it's just weird. It's just, I don't know about Art Cathey. I really don't. Yeah. So now this is where it gets interesting, because you all know that Yoga came on my channel and said the son's name. I purposely refrained from saying her son's name because her son doesn't have anything to do with this. Notice that she's putting her son's name out there. We all know why. It's because she is being shown for the scammer that she is. And now she like, let me play on the heartstrings of the mothers because they have a vagina, right? Sorry, y'all. I hope that's not gonna mess me up, but we know Art Cathey, right? So let me start talking about my son so y'all can sympathize with me and show me some empathy, even though Tay is showing that I may be lying about my cancer diagnosis to pay for my next year's expenses, wherever my living expenses, wherever I decide to live, whether it's Ghana, Honduras, America, Art Cathey living off the dime of the people. I feel like she goes back and forth with having cancer and not having cancer based on the topic and the scam that she's trying to, the topic and the task that she has at hand. right? Even though, I mean, most of the time it looks like she is scamming, right? But I find it extremely concerning when people ask the public for monetary support, then say, oh, stay out of my business, or I don't really need to share too much with these mofos. Ma'am, you're asking people for 80K, right? It's like, give me my money and give me your money and shut up. So where is the Negropian, right? He went in on Phoenix for asking for 25K. Like, I feel like he'd have a field day with Art and her 80K GoFundMe. I hope he's well. So I think so. I think Art is the kind of person.
In my original GoFundMe,
okay. So I want y'all to hear this.
Feel sorry for me.
I think Art Cathey is the kind of liar who actually believes her own lies. I do agree with that.
Go to my GoFundMe page, because I go into detail about why I'm asking for things, and I mention my son Garvey. Okay, I never talk about Garvey, so this is going to be a very semi-vulnerable conversation, because you don't really need to share too much with motherfuckers that really don't know you and don't like you. So I'm being very cautious and understanding of that before I even talk about my son.
Go to my GoFundMe page, she says, and you basically will see, I'm paraphrasing, why she's asking for the money. Her son is mentioned, I think, once, for her to be close to her son. Y'all can, we'll go back to the GoFundMe. We will go back to that. I'll pull it up.
But in my original GoFundMe, I was asking for the funds to get the surgery. And since I'm not going to do it, I've decided not to do the surgery and, forego that. And even now, I've had to figure out a different way to see Garvey, because he's not here in Africa with me. And as a mom...
Okay, I got to stop that, because she says a lot in this, y'all. So she says, okay. Does anyone else find it ironic that when she finally speaks about the GoFundMe, she says in her original GoFundMe, like the GoFundMe has changed, like the fundraiser has changed. So let's see if the verbiage has changed. I'm going to run this back, and then I'm going to pull up the GoFundMe.
I'm not going to do it. I've decided not to do the surgery and, forego that. And even now, I've had to figure out a different way to see Garvey, because...
Now, you're going to see how she is connecting the GoFundMe with seeing Garvey. She said, even now, I have to figure out a different way to see her son. Sorry, I said his name. I try not to say the boy's name. I'm just repeating what she says. She's always begging, Jennifer. Begging... Okay, what's her name? Begging Art Cathey. Like Renee Marcus says, Art Cathey. They can't say H's. They like Jamaicans, they can't say H's. But let's see if any of the verbiage from the GoFundMe has changed, right? Because she said the original GoFundMe, there weren't any changes
but
last time I checked.
In my original GoFundMe, I was asking for the funds to get the surgery. And since I'm not going to do it, I've decided not to do the surgery and, forego that. And even now, I've had to figure out a different way to see Garvey, because he...
Okay. Okay, so let's pull up the GoFundMe, right? Let me share my screen. Okay, where is this at? Let's pull up the GoFundMe, because I want to see this. I want to see not only where the GoFundMe is, but she said in the original GoFundMe, she was, let me pull it back up. Let me see. She says in her original GoFundMe, she was asking for the funds to do the surgery. And since she's decided to forego that, then she specifically says, even now, I've had to figure out a different way to see her son. So was it actually about the cancer or seeing her son? Okay. Then goes on to say his full government to the haters. Why? What? So this is before, I'm going to leave that up, but I just need to say this. So she says, my son, blah, 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 haters out there and I don't talk about him. Then why are you out there saying his full government to the haters and the people that technically don't like her? That's weird. And then you proceed to finesse us like she did Brother Ian, right? About, we black, we conscious, we unite. When we gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. Miriam said she decided not to get the surgery on what? Cancer or inflammation. This is not what rich people sound like. Okay, so I do want to see this. Let me see. But by her own admission, she stated that she didn't do anything in the GoFundMe. She only needs a plane ticket home. She already got enough through the GoFundMe for that. I agree, Raquel. That is why I reported the GoFundMe. That's why I reported her GoFundMe, because we can clearly see that she's saying she's gonna make a full recovery. She's not getting the surgery. Let's look at the GoFundMe again, right? Let's look at this. So that's right there. Okay, so let's see. Y'all see it's at $5,030, right? Where every dollar goes. Surgery and care in Ghana. She says she's not getting that, right? No hospital stay, pain relief, emergency operation. So she doesn't need that. The flight home, right? She got enough of that. 3,000 to 5,000. She has 5,000. House and living costs, rent, utilities, and groceries near my son. So when she talk about stuff being near her son, she wants you all to pay for her living expenses to be near her son. But I'm confused. All right, let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Let me go back to what she was saying. Let me stop this. And
he's not here in Africa with me, and as a mom, I to get the surgery. And since
I want y'all to hear the full thing, so that's why I keep running it back.
I really don't know you and don't like you, so I'm being very cautious and understanding of that before I even talk about my son. But in my original GoFundMe, I was asking for the funds to get the surgery, and since I'm not gonna do it, I've decided not to do the surgery and forego that. And even now, I've had to figure out a different way to see Garvey because he's not here in Africa with me. And as a mom, I've suffered with that. It's damn near something I hold close, to my chest because people judge you for your life. But I've made so much peace with that. Like, I really love my life. It's like, oh, okay, things turn out to be a blessing, but I still ache for my son and I want him here. This is his future. And that's why I'm here building. That's what me and his father, like everything. His name is Garvey Heru. We were those conscious parents. He was wanted. We manifested Garvey. Okay, so everything I do is for Garvey. I never talk about my son because I realize we live in a very sick world, a very twisted world. I don't share pictures of him or nothing like that.
Okay, so she's going on and on. So I have to run that back, right? So this is why I say. She says that, we live in a weird world, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. So I don't share pictures of my son. I don't do this. But you literally just put out his government. Right? Now, this is how I said, this is why I say, this is how she finessed us. Just like we're seeing how she finessed us and finessed Brother Ian. With the we black, we conscious, we named him blah, 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 because we united. It's the black man, the black woman, black child, shout out to Bag, right? When she's actually allegedly married to a white news reporter out of ATL. We heard what Yoga said, right? We heard. So you said everything you do for your son. So you helped to scam me and these other folks for your son? Who paid them back? You or your son's father, ma'am? Art been running around these streets for the past 5 years since I've been scammed, right, by her. So how can she show us pictures of her son? When have you been around your son, ma'am? Because for the past, from the 2020, okay, so she came back to America in like 2021. Then she went to Honduras, and I think she was back in America. Then she was in Ghana. I wonder if she's still married to the white man. I don't know. I know if you Google her name, a Tubob name comes up. I don't know. I know at the time that she was supposed to, at the time that her child's father wanted to marry her, she couldn't get married because she was married to a Tubob. So you know how some people stay married because they don't want to pay for the divorce? They just go and live their own separate lives, and then nothing really happens until they want to get married on paper again. Then they got to go back and try to get the divorce. I don't know. I don't know, Raquel. I don't know. Tell her, please don't buck her eyes like that. Jennifer James, you're funny. You're funny. So, okay. So the last time, I wonder when was the last time Art saw her son in person. I don't know, but I can say this. The last time, I've only seen Art interact with her son 3 times. The first time was in a picture, right? I think that was on her Facebook page. It was a profile picture. It was her son. I think she was like breastfeeding and the dude, right? So, and her child's father, right? And then I saw, I don't know, I think it was a video. She was in like a pool, like at a hotel or whatever, and she was standing beside her son, right? And then when she came back to America, it was something like a birthday. Hey, Gail, at night. What's goody? Welcome. There was a picture of, there was a video of her. She was at the son's birthday party, and she was like way on the other side. I'm like, so when she say, oh, you know, I don't, this world is weird and blah, blah, blah. And, you know, I don't show pictures. Ma'am, we have not seen you with your son. So I don't know what you're talking about and what Kool-Aid you want us to drink, but this is the lemonade special, okay? If you want some Kool-Aid, you got to go somewhere else. You got to go to the other channel. We don't have Kool-Aid over here. We drink lemonade. Okay, freshly squeezed. So it looked like at the birthday party that she was banished to the go over there section, right? That's what it looked like to me. I could be totally wrong, but I feel like, are you using your son to cover for your alleged cancer scam, Art Cathey? Because that's what it looks like. You never got on this camera to talk about your cancer or anything until these videos started coming out. I don't know where all the passport bros and all these people that are allegedly investigating scammers, they just don't see Art Cathey. I don't know. Selective viewing. I don't know. But she didn't even get on here and talk about cancer. She just put up the, oh, I'm in the hospital getting morphine. Look at my chicken. Look at my watermelon juice. Look at my rice. This is the best hospital. Come here. That's it. Then it's a GoFundMe. Okay. And now you don't say anything else. But now you talking about it. But now she's only talking about her son. But why you only talking about your son? Ma'am, you asking for $80,000. Right? Because you got cancer and you dying. And now you talk about your son? All right. I'm here for it.
Because I kind of got a clear indicator from my ancestors and just direct instruction. Don't do that. And you need to protect what you cherish the most. Keep that offline. So my son, I don't bring him up like that, but.
So you heard that, right?
That's what me and his father, like everything. His name is Garby Heru. We were those conscious parents.
Oh,
He was
I didn't mean to roll it
wanting.
back
We
that far.
manifested Garvey. Okay, so everything I do is for Garvey. I never talk about my son because I realize we live in a very sick world, a very twisted world. I don't share pictures of him or nothing like that. Because I kind of got a clear indicator from my ancestors and just direct instruction. Don't do that. And you need to protect what you cherish the most. Keep that offline. So my son, I don't bring him up like that.
But you just gave his government. You just said all these things and we conscious, me and my dude. That's how you got in. We conscious. Da, 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 da. She talks a good game, y'all. But she's a fast talker. So it's like they always want to disrespect the New Yorkers. Oh yeah, fast talker. But the thing is you have to really, like Jay-Z said, do you listen to music or do you just skim through it? We have to really listen to what Art Cathey is saying.
When I put up the GoFundMe, it was originally to raise funds and then go to America to see him, because in my state that I was in, I used to be in a lot of pain, y'all. Like I really thought I was out of here. And I thought it was stage 4 because it had spread to my liver, okay?
Number one, why would you need to raise funds when you a rich real estate mogul in Ghana, Art Cathey? Number one. Number two, from what I heard about Ian, if you were actually at death's door, you said the brother's a good dude with stage 4 cancer, then he would have brought your son to see you. I'm a believer of that, right? Why would he not? He been saving you. He don't say anything which he's saving you. So you don't think he would have brought your son to see you if you knocking at death's door? Because if it was technically, if I get this 80,000, this a live and die situation, you don't get the 80,000. Y'all, I got a full recovery. I'm healed. You know, especially with y'all being so cool and all. No. I think Ian would have brought the baby to see you. You telling lies. He would have brought, if you were knocking at death door with stage 4 cancer, he would have brought the child to see you. And did you all catch that she said she thought it was stage 4? Did you catch? This woman is a piece of work.
To see him, because in my state that I was in, I used to be in a lot of pain, y'all. Like I really thought I was out of here. And I thought it was stage 4 because it had spread to my liver.
Okay. Now she wants you to shut up, right? She pointing her hand like, now shut up, right? Shut up, right? I thought that it was stage 4 because it had spread to my liver. How did you know it spread to your liver? And how the hell are you a doctor? You okay, this chick is out here self-diagnosing herself within 2 months of having stage 4 colon cancer that has spread to her liver. Are y'all hearing this? And it was actually, what spread to your liver? The inflammation? Because that's what you said it was. So what happened was, y'all, it was so bad. Pain was so bad that I had inflammation, and I thought I had stage 4 cancer and it spread to my liver, but it was actually inflammation. It was just gas, y'all. It was just gas. She was finessing y'all, but those videos made her have to come out and talk about it. So she started healing from something that is or isn't cancer. Let's keep going.
Okay. All this stuff is going on in a matter of like 2 months. But anyway, so I thought I was going to come to the States because I thought it was dire. And I'm like, I don't know how much longer I got. You got to move fast, But when I started healing, things started looking differently. I ache for my son still. Please don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. I'm a mom. Any mom, you got a pussy, you get it, girl. If you're a parent, you understand.
Okay. All right. Jesus Christ. Latter-day Saints and the Mormons. Okay, so now she said a whole lot. Now you see why I have to break this up. She didn't say that she diagnosed herself. Well, she didn't say she diagnosed herself. I'm saying she diagnosed herself because she said she thought it was stage 4 cancer, right? It was actually inflammation, or it could be, gas, nausea, indigestion. But she said it was inflammation, right? I don't know what inflammation shows up as cancer and that it's spread. But hey, this is the story she giving us, so this is what we're working with. Okay, right? So,
but there are other ways to see him, and some of you may be wondering why she can't just see him. Me and his father, this is a sacrifice. It really is a sacrifice to be out here and do this work, and people will judge your life. So I don't really share a lot about that part because everybody's life is different.
Now, Art is funny. She will say okay, let me stay on track because I think I got a little ADHD. So let me just stay on track.
It's Garvey Heru.
Oh God, I didn't ran it back too far.
We were those conscious parents. He was wanted. We manifested Garvey. Okay, so everything I do is for Garvey. I never talk about my son because I realize we live in a very sick world, a very twisted world. I don't share pictures of him or nothing like that. Because I kind of got a clear indicator from my ancestors and just direct instruction. Don't do that. And you need to protect what you cherish the most. Keep that offline. So my son, I don't bring him up like that. But
now since she healed, she like, man, F my son, because I ain't
put up the GoFundMe. It was originally to raise funds and then go to America to see him, because in my state that I was in, I used to be in a lot of pain, y'all. Like I really thought I was out of here. And I thought it was stage 4 because it had spread to my liver, okay? All this stuff is going on in a matter of like 2 months. But anyway, so I thought I was going to come to the States because I thought it was dire. And I'm like, I don't know how much longer I got. You got to move fast, But when I started healing, things started looking differently. I ache for my son still. Please don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. I'm a mom. Any mom, you got a pussy, you get it, girl. If you're a parent, you understand.
So she said, once I started healing from, cancer or not cancer, something that is or isn't cancer, she said, man, F my son. No. Let me not say that. But I mean, that's the energy I'm getting, right? Let me rephrase that though. She said things started looking differently, and any mom with a PU, get it. What? Wait. What? So, do y'all have that are a mom? Because okay, so I have a vajayjay, but I'm not a mom, right? So if you all out there, you all have a vajayjay and you're a mom, do y'all get what she's saying? Because I don't. I told y'all this woman cannot have a serious conversation without bringing up punani in it. You know that she has been trained to sell her blah blah. She has the mentality, I ain't even gonna say of a madam, because madams have money. She has the mentality of a working girl. I'm gonna say it like that. Oh, I saw a commercial. Said, was she a working girl? The boy was like, I don't know where she works. But y'all know, a working girl. She has the mentality of a working girl, not a madam. Because if she had the mentality of a madam, then she would have some paper. She wouldn't be finessing everybody else to live off of people. How is she out here asking y'all for money and then putting you down? She works in the celebrities. That's what Jay-Z and Beyonce and them do. Like, look at me. I got this. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, Nala. She gonna be like, she going on Beyonce again. But that's how the celebrities do, right? They're like, oh, I got this. I got that. I got this Balenciaga. I don't know, y'all. I don't wear name brand stuff. I can afford it, but I'm not buying it. I want to wear Tay Tay's boutique stuff. Okay, try with Tay Tay. That's just me. Maybe that's the narcissism in me, right? I just want to wear my own clothes. I want to wear your clothes. Who are you? What's your name? But, okay, so now I didn't sidetrack. Y'all know me. But why in the world does this woman have to throw punani in everything? If you got a vagina, then you get it. She doesn't even use one of the many words that we can use, right? To stay, so we don't be copywritten, right? She could use the JJ. She could use your sacred garden. She got to use the vulgar version because she is Art Cathey, like Renee Marcus say, Art Cathey. You know, I don't get Art. I really don't. And I feel like her family needs to come and get her. And I mean, maybe that's why she stays out of the country. She moves around like a criminal. We know that she's out here scamming. She has scammed me. I don't know who else she scammed, but I know she has scammed me, helped to scam me, her and her business partners. So is that why she don't want to come back to America? Because somebody going to be at the airport with a straitjacket? They're going to be waiting for her dick.
But there are other ways to see him, and some of you may be wondering why she can't just see him. Me and his father, this is a sacrifice. You know, it really is a sacrifice to be out here and do this work, and people will judge your life. So I don't really share a lot about that part because everybody's life is different.
Everybody's life is different. And it's funny that Art Cathey is she's finally seeing that other people's lives are different, because she was so judgmental with everyone, from the blonde hair, right? Oh, look, Phoenix got the blonde hair, blah, blah. I mean, she light as ever, she might look crazy if she had dark hair, my ninja, you know? But she was hating on Phoenix with the blonde hair. You know, I don't even like Phoenix. Now she got the blonde hair. You're going to hear a lot more of Art Cathey eating humble pie. Yes, Jennifer James, God forgive you. God forgive us all. It's okay. It's okay. I know a lot of things, a lot is going on in this Art Cathey video. So it's kind of hard to, focus on what she's saying. She got this ponytail up. You can't tell her hair ain't popping, honey child. She said it cost her $15. You better be careful with them edges, right? That's why I do my own.
In this cancer battle, I was like, I need to get to my baby. That's the only thing that I care about.
This self-diagnosed cancer battle, right?
He's in Maryland, and so we shared that in the GoFundMe. So the GoFundMe was very.
Hold on. So she says, so back to this, self-diagnosed stage 4 cancer battle. Art says that she got to get back to her baby, because he's in Maryland. But hold on, y'all. Y'all were on the live when Yoga said that the boy is in DC. Now, granted, there is, like I said, a Maryland DC border. So maybe Art doesn't know where the border lies exactly. Or maybe she's just using her son to get sympathy. You all can make that decision yourself.
Very well written. Shout out to Brandon that wrote it, because he understood what was happening. And if these were going to be my last moments, I need to be with my son, XYZ.
Okay. So we all know that Brandon wrote the GoFundMe because he understood what was happening. So it's safe to say that he saw her, right? Was Brandon in Ghana, or was he in the United States? Per Art, he was able to assess that she was in dire need in her last days. GoFundMe honestly should make her prove that what she said is true in the GoFundMe. They should make her prove that, right? Because what she's saying in the GoFundMe and what she's saying now is the complete opposite. So let's look at the timeline again. Let me bring up my calendar. Let's see. Excuse me. All right, so I'm not gonna be able to do that. Wait, what? Click on the screen. Okay. All right, so I was gonna bring up the calendar, but that didn't work how I wanted it to work. So I'm gonna bring it up on my side, right? But I'm just gonna bring something to you all attention. So She said that Brandon understood what was happening. So Brandon George started the GoFundMe on January, not January, what am I saying? May, right? Let me see. Y'all see this? Yes. Okay. So Brandon George, the organizer from Beltsville, Maryland, right? That's what this says right here. Brandon, you real stupid. So Brandon George started this. He created this GoFundMe on May 25th. She's in dire need, need to help her breathe. I'll see y'all. Report, go. Look, I didn't even press that. Okay. But y'all can see, y'all can report it. If you all really think, if you all feel the need, then report it. Because, I mean, how many times do we got to get screwed by our own people? So, in bold, she has been diagnosed with liver and colon cancer. She is still fighting. Time is everything. We can't let her run out of options. The hard truth, dignity, blah, 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 blah. Now we pull for her. Breathe easier, dream bigger, or take the leap. Black women deserve soft landings. Donate, share, repeat. They knew how to put the key words in. But why hasn't this GoFundMe been updated? Because she's saying that she's not taking
be worried about financial terror in America.
Yeah, let's get back to that, right?
This is a sacrifice. It really is a sacrifice to be.
It's a sacrifice for her to be away from her son, but she's saying that she created the GoFundMe to be close to her son. Wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Jennifer. I'm so sorry to hear that. May she win the battle. That, man, I don't. That's why I say, look, Shadow Black Tea. This is some sick-ish. I lost my father to cancer 2 years ago. May he rest in peace, Shadow Black Tea. May he rest in power. This is why I say, like, who in their right mind will say that they have this? Is slowly though, Miriam. Who in their right mind will say, oh yeah, I got this, and da-da-da-da. This is why, like, there is nothing above a scammer. A scammer will keep going. It's no limit. What do they say? There is no honor amongst thieves. So Brandon George started the GoFundMe on May 25th, 2025. Today is June 22nd, 2025. So it has been less than a month. It hasn't even been 30 days. It's been 3 days shy of 30 days. But you want me to believe that in less than 30 days, you go from being in your last moments, right? Yeah, I just read the key words that were in bold of what Brandon put out there. She said Brandon understood the dire need. Do I need to play that again?
Out here and do this work, and people will judge your life. So I don't really share a lot about that part because everybody's life is different.
Yeah, I'm gonna judge you all up and down those braids.
But in this cancer battle, I was like, I need to get to my baby. That's the only thing that I care about. He's in Maryland, and so we shared that in the GoFundMe. So the GoFundMe was very well written. Shout out to Brandon that wrote it because he understood what was happening. And if these were going to be my last moments, I need to be with my son, XYZ.
Jennifer James, thank God. Thank you for sharing that, sister. Thank God for that. Art Cathey says if she was in her last moments. So it hasn't been a month, right? And she want us to believe that Brandon saw her or understood what was going on, a situation. She was in her last days, and if she was basically in her last moments, why do we see you in less than 30 days galloping on the beach? Somebody said, well, she has a right in my comments. If she has a right to have a good day, go out, she's having a good day. Ma'am, open your eyes and read the room. You on your deathbed, and then in less than a month, you out here gallivanting. You could tell with the hair, she got the same hair. She said her hair was old. So how are you healed that quickly in less than 30 days? That's the point I was making, ma'am. Amen. May her mom get total healing. Because in her last moment, she galloping on the beach, getting her hair done, and back to talking ish. But is that even medically possible with colon cancer that has spread to your liver? I'm not a nurse, but I don't think so. Unless we touching genies. Like I said, either she touched the hem of the garment or Art Cathey is trying to pull a fast one right before our eyes again. Click that like button, family.
Be worried about financial terror in America, because that's very real. I don't have a support system in America. I don't. And in the GoFundMe, it was saying she needs to be by her family and friends. You know, it really was my son. You know, of course, my baby daddy, we cool as shit and stuff like that. But it's really just him. Like, I got friends and stuff, but when you in America, like, I'm not talking about a village and stuff. I don't have the Huxtables background. My family don't even like me.
Okay, I gotta stop this. I said I was gonna do an hour. I'm gonna do an hour and a half. If we don't get through this, we're gonna get to it in the next live. Okay, guys. But I want to say this: Art is pulling out all the stops in this video. Okay, now she wants sympathy for her non-support system in America. But let's break this down. I'm happy V is in this live, right? V helped her out. I told y'all earlier, and in the other live, that our Cathey family kicked her out or whatever the situation was, and V picked her up and brought her back to her home. Look at how she did V. Yes, she did shadow black. So I want to see this. Lord, did she just say everything she does is for her son? I wouldn't leave my children for nothing in this world. Thank God they are adults now, but I still have an issue leaving. I'm a grandma now. I'm happy you said that, because it's like everything she does is for her son, but it's a sacrifice, this, that, and the third. But this is my thing, ma'am. Why can't you get on a plane and go and see your son the way we do? I mean, I go back and forth. I mean, you could just get on a plane and go see your son. You healed now. This is another way of Art getting sympathy. This is her way of getting sympathy. Trying to get sympathy. Like I said, V helped her when she got kicked out. People fed her, gave her clothes and a place to stay, yet she says she does not have a support system. I do have to say, 2 out of the 3 people that she screwed over, that was screwed over by her. No, I'm sorry. I do have to say the 2 out of the 3 people that she screwed over, or they were screwed over by her, they were her support system. She has some type of support system. Even if they didn't know her, they were still supporting her. But she burned those bridges 2 out of 3. So it's funny how she talks about financial terror. But she helped to scam me out of $16,000. Never once did she think about my financial situation that she and her business partner or partners put me in. Never once did Art Cathey ever say, you know what, sister, let me try to pay you back because things went wrong and blah, blah, blah. No, she got online and talked SHIT nonstop. She's still not taking responsibility for what happened in the Gambia. Nobody is. But I will hold them accountable. Even if it's just a video, I'm going to keep talking about it. Now she want to talk about being scared of being in financial terror. And people need to fund her life so she can be close to her son. BICTH, in that order. I'm being facetious, y'all. Y'all know I know how to spell the female dog, right? Why don't you come back to America and get a job like the rest of us and be stuck people in America, right? Because you said we stuck. But you want to stay over in Ghana and run everywhere instead of owning up to your responsibilities. You want us to think that you want this money because you want to be close to your son? Then girl, go get it. You a rich mogul, right? You a rich real estate mogul in Ghana. Do. Buy your plane ticket like I do. Finesse your shoulders and do the Harlem Shake and get on a plane and go see your damn son, ma'am. What the hell? Oh, Jesus. That's great to hear, Jennifer. That is great to hear. We rooting for your mom.
It's about to get real. Don't put some fires in the chat so I can know the fire signs are listening.
I know this did not go back that far.
I've always been truthful, but this is some real
shit.
No.
Okay.
Holding,
so
and it's a part of my...
Okay, so she said
family and friends, you know, it really was my son. You know, of course, my baby daddy, we cool as shit and stuff like that. But it's that really part. Just him.
That
like,
part.
I got friends and stuff, but when you... In America, like, I'm not talking about a village and stuff. I don't have the Huxtables background. My family don't even like me. It's about to get real. Don't put some fires in the chat so I can know the fire signs are listening, because it's about to get very truthful. I've always been truthful, but this is some real shit that I've been holding, and it's a part of my story that I think a lot of you need to know. But
it's a part of her story that I can guarantee you she would not have said anything about if I wasn't on that arse. Okay.
In America, there's not no damn, thank you for the fires in the chat, there's not no goddamn support system for me. Go so I can tell my business, you know, give me some fires in the chat. Girl, ain't no support system. No. And I realize you have to be coupled up, married, or whatever. The patriarchy is real. It makes you feel like you need to have a man. I mean, up until 1974, women couldn't even have a bank account without the approval of her husband. So we're not going to act like, you know, America is not a system of patriarchy. So being in America and the economic crisis of America, girl, if you're not wealthy, you fucked. And I ain't come from no damn family with a silver spoon. These were Pentecostal, regular black people. They ain't got shit. My Uncle Charlie just died. He ain't leave nobody shit. When people die, they don't leave nobody shit in my family, okay? That wasn't, I'm not saying it wasn't greatness in us and all this type of shit, but everybody's struggling. At least, you know, it wasn't a wealth code. We all was trying to get it. You know what I mean?
That's what the support system is about, Jennifer James. Even people that we have never met. That's one thing. I find it funny that some of the stuff that Art Cathey is now saying is what a lot of the African American women were saying, and she was coming at us, right? We will support each other. We will tear each other down too, but Black women are the most supportive, most nice people on this planet. Can we get ugly? Yes, everyone can. It's just that Black people are held to a different standard. Black women are held to a different standard because we're known, the Italian women, what? She feisty. The Latin women, what? She cut you, right? All these things of all of these other nationality of women, nations of women that get a pass per se. We raise our voice and it's, oh my God, she's being aggressive. You see what I'm saying? So Art didn't help that when she wanted to tear people down that were helping her. So she was always coming for us. But I feel like Art is maybe finally growing up. So she's learning things that we already knew. Okay, Angela? So I mean, because honestly, if her and Kwesi and Phoenix were doing what they were supposed to do in Gambia, they could be where they want to be. But when we dealing with Art and Kwesi and whatever oh Jesus, God only knows, because I'm not a fly on the wall. I could just say what I see now, and it's nothing good. So now she's getting real. But can we get real about the regular Black folk that she stole from? Because I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, fam. Right? Shrek said, "Oh, she get disability." Then I mean, if Shrek is right, then I'm poor. So why my 16,000 should mean a whole lot? Because let's not act like the 16,000. Oh, okay. Hold on, yoga. Let me drop it. Let's not act like the 16,000 is not. Let's not act like the 16,000 is chump change, okay? Because we as African Americans, we hustled in different ways to get ours. So she understands that how hard it is, right? She understands. She talk about because you know how America is and this, that, and the thing. You understand.
Pentecostal, regular black people.
Okay, so we come from regular Pentecostal black people. None of us, we have made we created a path when there wasn't a door for us. We created that. So now you want to come in and just take people money and then just crap on them like it's nothing? Because that's a lot of money in our community. Me losing $16K is a lot of money. I could have built a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom home. So I just want to say to each of the African American women that are out there that was offended by Art Cathey. Oh, you overweight. Oh, you this. Oh, you that. You gonna hear Art Cathey eat some damn humble pie in this video, right? But kudos to you all for continuing to stay focused on your goal and not fall off your square. Because Art get up here and she talk a good one, but when it comes down to it, ma'am, what are you doing to actually bring money into your household besides scam people? All right, yoga, I'm gonna let you come on in. So, brother, I'm gonna give you 5 to 10 minutes, okay? But come on. Let me see.
People, they ain't got shit. My Uncle Charlie just died. He ain't leave nobody shit. When people die, they don't leave nobody shit in my family, okay? That wasn't, I'm not saying it wasn't greatness in us and all this type of shit, but everybody's struggling. At least, it wasn't a wealth code. We all was trying to get it. You know what I mean? My mom is brilliant. She put a lot in me. She's in Africa as well.
Y'all heard that, right? So, just in case we don't get back to my live, which I hope we will after yoga, but she just said that her mom is in Africa again. I truly hope, Art Cathey, that you are at least letting her stay with you if she's in the same country as you. Because you sure didn't let her stay with you in the Gambia. You had a 2-bedroom apartment. Then your mom ended up in the horrible hands of Kwesi Boyd and got kicked out of an apartment for a lack of payment. Jesus Christ. So her saying her mom is in Africa does not hold any weight, because I know what I saw and heard when my boots were on the ground. Welcome, yoga.
How you doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Happy Sunday, brother.
Is this Tay?
This is she. It is I.
The one and only. Tay, aka 16 stacks.
Oh,
hey,
Jesus. That's going to turn into 16 times 10 stacks, right? Art ain't break me. I'm getting me back. Art ain't break me. I can still make money. I'm in America.
Yes, I know. I chimed in, beamed in today to say you're inspired. Stay inspired. Stay consistent. And I just want to come on. I know you just said about 5 or 10 minutes and get back to your show. And I want to come on and stay on the panel with you and give this live review. And because it's my first time saying it, so you can get my true live reactions with you and my commentary right there with my little 2 cents. I want to review it with you.
Well, we could do that because I only have I have 2 more screens left. We can do that. Thank you, brother. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the words of encouragement. I'm trying. I'm trying.
No, no. You're not trying. You're doing. We're here on the panel now. Let's review this. Let's break this scam down. Let's see what's going on. Let's look at the holes in it, or whatnot, and let's put it towards some logic. All you gotta do is put it towards some logic. You feel me? It's time to, the little scrappy YouTubians. They real ashy and dusty. Let's break it down.
All right, let's go. All right, so she said her mom is in Africa again. Right?
Well, hold on. From the picture, what we see now is there's about 6 pounds of weave. Now, weave is colleccolon. Colleccolon is oil. And that's the reason why we got all the cyst and the uterine, and all the stuff that Art used to help heal. But the colleccolon is the oil. Now we seeing certain plastics that they say ended up, then they cut people open when animals open from drinking water out the plastic bottles. Well, the colleccolon is about 6 pounds of colleccolon weave on the head, on the cranium. Tell me if I'm off, chat, by a couple of pounds.
Well,
I'm 6 pounds, 4 ounces of weave, I think.
You're right about the hair though, because for the ladies that do get extensions, I want to say something. I don't know if y'all saw my video, but when you're getting this braided hair and you're braiding it into your hair and your scalp may itch a lot and things like that, it's because of the stuff that's on it. Now, if you wash this hair and put it in, I don't use shampoo. I use apple cider vinegar and water, right? And I put it in a bucket, a bowl, and I take the hair and I put it in there and I use it like I'm, up and down like I'm washing it, and I let it sit for like 2 to 3 minutes. And then when I pull that up, y'all, the gook that is in it. So I'm just telling you, most hair salons, they do not rinse the hair and wash the hair. I rinse my hair, I wash my hair before I go to the salon, but I do my own now. But that is true. All that stuff that's on it is not good for our hair. So if you use extensions, rinse it with some apple cider vinegar and water, and you will see for yourself the good that comes out.
Fibroids, all the fibroid stuff, that's colleccolon. Colleccolon is like nylon, derivatives of oil, like Vaseline. They all derivatives of crude oil, crude black oil. So, and you see what gasoline will do to you and other things. So it does the same thing with the colleccolon, what a lot of the extensions made out of. And it's a chemical on there that's colorless, tasteless, and odorless. And it's harmful. And that now you're seeing the fibroids. Let's just be real.
That's true, though.
Let's be real. The scriptures say, it says is in the scriptures, we'll see the cursed woman. Cursed woman will walk around with the hair of other women. And what are the results of walking around with the hair of other women, or perceive the hair of the other woman? Fibroid cancer, so it destroys the womb. So we don't see a lot. I travel around the world. I've been around on that passport thing. The fibroids not jumping off in the other countries where they're not wearing weave.
So I can say this. I have to contradict that with Gambia, right? So what's crazy is I agree with what you are saying. I don't feel it's just the wigs and the weaves and I think it is the extensions. Like I consider braids extensions. I don't consider it weave. So I don't know if I'm wrong on that, Jalen, but I consider extensions. If I'm adding something to my hair, it's extensions. But I am going to say this. People in the Gambia, women in the Gambia wear nothing but wigs and perms, and they too are having issues having babies. They're having fibroids, they're having issues. So I do believe that it's the perm, but that's another a war that was on the women, right? We didn't realize our hair was so finesse. And then I'm not gonna lie, having natural hair is not easy to deal with, especially when you don't have that silky smoothie, that wash and go. I don't have that wash and go.
You're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely wrong, and you're helping contribute to the problem. Hold on. Let's listen. You're wrong, and you're helping contribute to the false narrative. Which is helping to the problem, is why we're in the fibroid state now with all women, and why how we got caught on to the train of all women actually doing it.
No.
I can point it out. I tell you.
I have natural hair. It is not easy to do my hair all the time.
I have a natural hair salon, and I have cornrows. I have long hair myself. I have a natural hair salon for over 10 years. Did Indie Irie hair to most real famous.
You do your own hair?
Listen, Tay.
Do you do your own hair, Yoka?
I done started my locks and finished my locks and cut them off. That's how long I had natural hair. I'm on the third set of cornrows. I done went from cornrows to locks.
Your own cornrows. Your own cornrows?
Listen, Tay, when you say it's harder to do natural hair, that is a myth. It is not harder to do natural hair. It's easier.
Do you?
Yes, man. Look, I've been doing my own hair.
You do your own
I've started my own locks and finished my own locks over 10 years. I'm telling you, I'm on the fourth set.
You're the only one that do your hair, because I don't let anyone touch my hair. So it's a lot.
Listen, Tay, it is not harder. We're just talking about hair right now. It is not harder to do your natural hair. It's easier. It's easier.
You can't come and tell me, oh, that's not what's hard for you. May not be hard. What's hard for me may not be hard for you. It is a journey for me to wash my hair. I'm in the pool every day. What do I have to do? Wash my hair. I can't twist it. So you
Tay,
can't.
Okay, I got you, Tay. I'm not arguing that, Tay. I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is, Tay, look, Mexican people, Caucasian people, Thai people, they get in the pool every day. They have to wash their hair every day too. They don't say, "Oh, hold on." Listen, Tay, listen to the point I'm making. I'm just making an analogy, and then we're gonna get back to art. All right, I'm just making an analogy because I listen. They all get in the pool every day and go to the gym and might sweat, and they got to go and wash their hair every day and do those extra things. Is if they didn't do that every day, if they was just in the house chilling, that's what everybody, no matter what type of hairstyle they have or you have. And that's the standpoint I'm saying it from, Tay, when I'm saying it, it's a myth. I own a hair salon. That's the extra industry I'm in, while I'm able to travel. And that's one of the myths that we dispel. And we show and we prove that every nationality, when they do that extra get up and go to the gym and extra love making or went outside in the weeds in the backyard, they doing that extra washing their hair, putting extra moisturizer, mousse, and so it comes out to the same amount of time. So it's a myth that it's more time when it comes to black people. Hold on, Tay. It's a myth when it comes to we have to spend more time on our hair as black people if we keep it in its natural state. No, the other people spend the same amount of time when they do the sweaty stuff and all that stuff too. So that's all I was saying from that standpoint. You feel me?
I get you, but I'm going to agree to disagree, because the people that you say, my hair is not the silky smoothie hair. I have 4B and 4C hair. I do not.
That has nothing to do with how long it takes.
Yes, it does. When someone that has silky smoothie hair wash their hair, it's less time.
No, I know people with straight hair that they're trying to get their hair curly, so it takes them extra lengths and they go through extra stuff to get their hair curly like ours, but their hair is straight. So they do spend that amount of time, Tay. I'm just being real. I own a salon, so I've seen. Look, Tay, I own a salon in Atlanta. I've had white women come in and say they want dreadlocks, and we've done it. So that's what I'm telling you. I've done it, Tay. I know I can prove it. We got white women and white guys in Atlanta, Georgia. They want to be melanated so much they eat vegan. They come. Hold on, listen. They come in and get locks and get big curls. They pay extra, and it take us extra time and all that to get it done with other chemicals because they don't do that natural like ours. So they be in the chair. I do know that. They be in the chair. They be in the chair actually longer than black people. That's all I'm saying. It's a myth, Tay. That's it. But let's talk about art. Let's talk about art.
I don't know how. No, because you can't just leave it at that. A man can't come and say that's a myth. It's hard for a woman to.
Oh, it don't have nothing to do with a man, Tay. Hold on, Tay. It could be man or woman, Tay. It don't have nothing to do with sexuality. It don't have nothing to do with.
For me, don't tell me what my life is not like doing.
I'm not talking about your life. That's Tay. I gave examples of my salon, not you.
I said this, and you said that's a myth that's contributed to the black women. Every woman is not the same. It takes time for me to do my hair. If I want to wash my hair and twist it, it takes time. Especially if I got a lot of hair. It takes time for me to do my 2-strand twist.
Okay, Tay, that's normal. All women on the planet who gonna do 2-strand twists, it take a long time. If I take my natural afro and put it in 2-strand twist, it take a long time. That's not abnormal. That's all I'm saying, Tay.
So That's what I said. I said it may take longer to do natural hair, and you just said that's a myth. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on, Tay. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't take longer to do natural hair. That's why I was giving you the examples of my salon and other ethnicities. I was saying that they spend longer times also, depending on what they're doing
I'm
to
gonna
it.
say for me, it takes a while for me to do my natural hair. If I want to blow dry my hair, if I want to do, it takes. I mean, most of the. But we gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, you talk to somebody in the industry, but all right, cool.
It doesn't matter. I've been doing my hair. You may be in the industry, but I'm the only one that do my hair. And with me going from perms to relaxers, from relaxers to natural, it does take. It's not
okay. You talking about you and specifically? You were talking about your specific situation. I was just saying overall, it don't take black women or black people because brothers got long hair, cornrows, and locks too. It don't take us longer. That's just normal for us.
Most of these people, you talk about hair salon, people coming and getting their hair done. When you are doing your own hair, that takes time. That's all I'm gonna say. White girl, black girl, African girl.
Tay, no matter who twisting your hair, if you twisting your hair or a stylist is twisting your hair, still take about the same amount of time. If you're gonna do 4 plaits and plait them yourself and look in the mirror, you're gonna plait them the same way if somebody was standing behind you and plait them. It's still the same amount of time, Tay. Tay, what you probably need then, Tay, is when you come to Atlanta, I'm gonna give you a hookup service.
No, thank you. I don't let nobody touch my hair. I only do my own hair.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I was gonna show you whatever style you get, the 2-strand twist or whatever, and come in and we'll do it for your YouTube channel. You can time it. You can say, look, this is what time it takes me to do my hair, and you put it on the time on your phone and then do it.
Somebody else doing your hair. That's the difference.
Yeah, that's what I'm offering you.
If I'm doing somebody here, I can do their hair quick. If
I'm doing my hair and I'm part
of my hair, it takes time to do.
When you're doing your own hair, I get you. If you're doing somebody else's hair, you can move faster. When you're doing your own hair, it's just how you trying to angle it. It takes you longer. Gotcha. All right. Yeah. Okay, so she got about 4-5 pounds of weave on the head. Let's go on and watch the video.
Let me just do something real quick. I have learned to not deal with the trolls. Thank you guys for teaching me that. Okay, so now let's get back to this.
We did the best we could, but it ain't to the point where you can just be like, oh, let me get my life together and go to the lake house and stuff like that and be with my son for my final days. And no. And I had to make the decision, we can meet up in other places. I didn't have him in the hospital, so his paperwork is different and his passport shit, it took a while, okay? But now we've kind of worked a lot of that out, and I realized what America got going on, I'm like, why in the hell would I want to go to America? And as a mom, I'm torn, but as a realist and somebody that is just on this journey, I know I'm fulfilling my purpose and doing my ancestors want me to do. I just kind of let things happen as they happen because things always work themselves out. When you're fulfilling your purpose, you're invincible almost.
Okay, so we're gonna break down. I have to.
Hey, can you sue when she comes to USA? Can you put a lawsuit in like in the USA when she come back for the medical treatment?
I don't think she's coming back. But yes, anybody can file a lawsuit in civil court on Art Cathey, Kwesi Boyd, and Phoenix Rain.
Maybe you might want to try to talk to a lawyer and do some coordination things and time some things. And because of the nature of how you lost your money and with it being an international thing, if you can talk to a lawyer on the professional tip, you might be able to time some things and they can file some extra motions where it can't be a turnaround. Once they get here to the homeland, they got to deal with the civil proceedings so you can get your bread back before they go back, try to shoot back over there.
That's a that's a good idea. And
this might be a blessing in disguise. This cancer thing, this cancer thing.
She said she ain't got cancer, so she
said
she ain't got cancer.
Hold on. What?
Yeah. You came in late. She said it's inflammation. It was gas. No, I'm joking about the whole gas.
I thought she don't eat pork. I ain't think she eat pig feet. They got pig feet in Africa.
She said it was inflammation. She said she was misdiagnosed and it's inflammation. But what I'm gonna say is, so let me just run this back.
As well, we did the best we could, but it ain't to the point where you can just be like, oh, let me get my life together and go to the lake house and stuff like that and be with my son for my final days. And no. And I had to make the decision, you know, we can meet up in other places. I didn't have him in the hospital, so his paperwork is different and his passport shit. It took a while, okay? But now we've kind of worked a lot of that out, and I realized what America got going on, I'm like, why in the hell would I want to go to America? And as a mom...
So she said that she did not have her son in the hospital, and his paperwork is different. That doesn't make sense, right? Because I refuse to believe that her son has not been to Africa or even outside of the country for that matter, based on what and who his father is, right? Yoga's here, so it's funny, I have notes in regards to this. So for the same reasons of who his father is and what his father does would make me believe that he has a passport to travel. So even if you were born at home, a passport is a passport. Like you born at home, you may have to go
born at the hospital. You know, I help with that situation.
Did she not just say he was born at home? She said she didn't have him in the hospital and his paperwork is different.
Oh.
I could have sworn that's what she
remember,
said.
Okay, Tay, you remember when I first came into your show, I told you the story.
I know what you said.
Yeah, and the real God. The Godfather for Garvey. Like, for real.
So no, I remember, and I reminded, you know, the audience what she said, because she was like, he's in Maryland. That's why I wanted to GoFundMe to go see my son. And I was like, well, if she's actually so sick and she's in dire need, like stage 4 cancer that she said she thought she had, right? So we don't even know what doctor or hospital actually diagnosed her, if they diagnosed her with cancer, right? So we have no idea.
There's no law against lying on YouTube.
No, it's not. It's no law against lying on YouTube, and you know, she can get in trouble for the fundraiser. But this is why I'm bringing awareness, because I'm tired of Art Cathey just, you know, and if Kwesi was out here doing the same thing, but I have a lawsuit against Kwesi, but Art Cathey escaped the country, so I'm gonna keep calling her out on her lies because it's only right. So she's saying that the son doesn't have a passport, so she's saying that they can meet somewhere else. So I'm assuming that she's saying she can meet her son in a different country other than Ghana. But it doesn't matter if it's outside of the United States. Like, the boy still has to have a passport to leave the country, right? If it's not the United States, they can meet in Amsterdam, he still has to have a passport. So she said that's all worked out. So why even bring that up? That's why I say Art Cathey is just talking. She's just talking because she's being called out on this alleged cancer scam. She thought that people were just going to give, but that's what narcissists do.
It's kind of like to play on the heartstrings. Like, exactly if people are calling it out, trying to say, well, I'm trying to see my son, I'm trying to see my child. They focus on the child, now it's the child.
But it's funny that she never said anything about cancer, right? She never said, she said a cancer scare or something. She threw it out there, but she never said she had it. Then the GoFundMe came, but it's now I think the videos has made her come out and have to talk about some things. But she said it was worked out. So was she saying that he didn't have a passport and all this stuff was worked out within the past couple of months of her thinking she had cancer? Like, when was it worked out? Because I don't have any children, but if my heart is hurting to see my child, then I'm going to get on a plane and go and see my child. Right? Even if I don't like what's going on in the country, I could come visit, I can go home, I can go back to the country. But to think that someone else is supposed to pay for her life, the audacity of Art Cathey, I don't get it. So that's what many of us do. I go back and forth. She doesn't. They're looking for people who hadn't seen the videos like how you put out of being
robbed and scammed and taken advantage of by Art, Cathey, and the other internet people like that. And they didn't. They're banking on, you know, they're gonna see a new group of people, new group of college people, group of people that's probably gonna get laid off this year. Are gonna go to the internet and see them and see this and say, oh, okay, I'm gonna leave America. I got a little money, or I got this, I got that, and that's what they're banking on. And that's why you got to keep doing, stay on your job.
That's funny you said that. It's so funny you said that. So 2 points. I feel like Art doesn't want to come back at all because she's worried that someone she scammed will come after her. Number one.
Not worried. Yes, she knows that. They know that.
Yep. Number two, Purple Love said even if her son was born at home, he would still be transported to the hospital to file birth with the state. Exactly, a birth certificate and everything, right? So he would be able to get a passport. Now you said, and this is a side note for you all to watch out for my next live, but it's about being aware of those people that are always trying to scare you into coming to Africa when there's an issue. Like right, it's about to be World War III. I don't know what the heck is about to happen, but watch, we're gonna see so many of these. Sorry, yoga, but so many of these brothers online come to Africa. America is burning. Is this, is that? Please, family. Don't do that. That's what happened with COVID. And so many people just ran and now they are stuck. They're stuck. They can't get a plane ticket. Stella, stop. They can't get a plane ticket back to America, right? It's going to be at least $1,000. So don't, please, family, do not make a knee-jerk reaction and think because of what's going on, of what you see in the news, let me go to Africa and believe these people, because many of these people, they are not on the up and up. You're going to have to see that in the next video for me to break it down as to what exactly they're doing. But don't let people scare you using scare tactics as to what America does to get you to get out of your comfort zone during a crisis. That's not, don't do that. Don't do that.
Can I pick it back off of that, Tay? I just want to, you said it because I kind of brought it up. I just want to pick it back off of it. This is just for you. This is just for you. It's a saying, you know what the saying meaning, but it's dudes do the saying, but it's say it with your chest, meaning say it and stand on your square. I heard you earlier today mention people standing on their square. Standing on their square meaning, hey, being ready to, stand on that idea, that ideology, and rebut any challenges. So stand on your square when you say something. When you say, hey, a lot of these brothers gonna come out with these fear tactic videos, and that's why you need to go to the Africa. And I'm sorry, yoga. Don't apologize to me. If you speak in truth, ain't no apologies needed. If you speak in truth and you talking about some black man that's doing black folks wrong, you speak on it. It's non-apologetic. If you talking the truth and speaking on black women scamming black people and doing the wrong, you speak on it. Ain't no apologizing for it. Cause when you speak in truth, no apology needed.
Respect.
You feel me? So don't do that. Oh, I'm sorry, yoga. Yeah, these black men that's gonna be doing this, they're wrong. No, pimps are bad. It ain't no.
My house. So I just want to be respectful, but I see that you are not. You are about.
I'm a real one. Yeah, I'm a real one. I ain't on no. Oh yeah, don't call this out because this us. Don't say that. No, and other people gonna go and get chokehold and get taken advantage of.
I respect that.
So truth reign overall. So I'm not yielding. I don't yield. I yield to the truth. Truth gets the right away.
Amen.
But so it's gonna be a lot of that.
And it is. So people look out for my next live for that, but just keep that in mind. Now, Art Cathey said, a sacrifice of her being in Ghana and doing the will of God and focus doing her purpose. Now I've seen mothers sacrifice their relationships with children for their careers, right? It's like they want their career, so I've seen that, but I've also seen mothers sacrifice their lives, literally. Not they can't do what they want to do for their children. So I've seen both sides, but my question is, which one is Art Cathey? Right? Because you want to use people to get to see your son. Ma'am, you're a rich real estate mogul in Ghana. You can buy a plane ticket and go see your son. Everyone else can.
Hold on. What Where was she before she went to Africa?
I think she was in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, with who? With who?
I think with Brandon.
No. Who else was in Atlanta? The other individual we talking about. This baby, the baby, right?
Yeah.
So she was in America with her baby before all of this, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. She was in America with her baby before she went to Ghana or before she went to Ghana?
Hold on, Tay. Didn't the baby have to come out of her? Wasn't the baby inside of her? So she was with the baby in the United States. The baby came outside of her. Why did she abandon the baby and go to Africa? That needs to be the question that people need to be asking. Why? You get what I'm saying? She was with the baby in America. The baby came out of her. How did she get detached from the baby and go to Africa?
How old the baby was before she left. I didn't know. Like,
it was a baby. The baby was like 2 years old.
Yeah, so I didn't.
One or two is the baby.
I mean, that's a good question, right? That's $1 million
question.
The
baby was in Pampers.
Wow, when she went to Africa the first time.
With the guys. She was with guys chasing dick. So she was chasing dick. Remember I told you a lot of black women chasing dick, all this Africa thing, and it boils down to that.
Yeah.
So she left a baby in Pampers to chase dick.
Wow. Okay.
Now in Africa,
I don't want to be demonetized. But
she chasing penis. She chasing wood. She chasing getting her back blown out, and left the baby in Pampers.
Wow.
That's what's really up. That's the real.
Mm-hmm.
So who's a new mother of an infant still in breastfeeding say I'm gonna go to Africa, I'm gonna leave and go to Africa?
But
and none of y'all called them out. None of y'all called them out. None of y'all called her out.
No,
maybe
I didn't know.
Maybe she lied on the internet and told y'all, but she never showed y'all the baby in Africa. She never showed y'all the family in Africa. She was talking about Quaid.
We knew there wasn't anyone in Africa. Once I found out and the scam came out, once I got there and I started hearing and seeing more things, I found out that Art Cathey, when she came to the Gambia, she came with $200. So Art Cathey didn't really have anything. So that is the $1 million question. Why did she leave her baby, abandon her baby, and go to Africa? That's only the question that she can answer and the people that are involved. But you're right. We ask certain questions. Where her baby at? She always preaching black man, black woman, black child. Where your baby at? I'm a mother. Y'all ain't no mother. Blah, blah, blah. But where's your child? You out here gallivanting in Africa, crawling people because Quasi didn't put cash power on your lights, right? Who did you call? You called Bag, right? Oh my God. Can you put some cash power? Because Quasi got me sitting here in the dark, right, Art Cathey? So when she talks about she's making all this money in these countries, I do not believe it. I know the difference. I know different. So she said, when you're fulfilling your purpose, you're a sort of invincible. That's spoken like a true narcissist. And I mean, if you're doing the will of the ancestors, she said you're definitely invincible. But I would think that, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, and all of the activists that lost their lives so violently, doing the will of the ancestors wouldn't agree with that statement. But Art Cathey would say things to fit what she wants.
Tell me this, and I'm just being real. What you living for the ancestors for if you ain't with the baby that came out of you? How stupid is that? Somebody I'm living for the ancestors. No, live for Garvey. Why you ain't with the Garvey? Garvey should know how your farts smell.
Yeah. But it's weird that in this video, she said that
I'm living for the ancestors. Live for your damn kids right now. They alive right now with you. Somewhere on another continent.
Yeah.
Now,
it's really
it'll trip y'all out. It'll really trip y'all out if y'all find out she paying child support at the end, and then that's where the YouTuber, all the money she scamming, and why she got to do it so hard, because she paying child support to keep the passport current. And if she don't pay the child support, the passport they cut it off like the driver license, and then there you go. So that's where the real hustle been at.
Well, you didn't just drop a mic. Okay, because remember, family, when Art Cathey was talking about, I don't want to drive. I'm going to use local, the what's the name, transportation, right? She was saying all of that, and I was thinking when I was doing this video,
Passport wasn't valid. They cut it off because the child support payment wasn't made. No matter where you at in the world, you can pay the child support online. Y'all know that. And when they don't pay it online, y'all know what happened to the fathers. So the same way. So if the father got the baby and you paying child support, there you go. Same way.
Whoa. So that can mess up.
Some of your 16,000 went to some of your 16,000 went to child support. So you Garvin's stepmother. You and the other people who done paid, they scam for big money. Y'all officially Garvin's stepmother. I need to send you real pictures of them, and so you can send him. I need to give you Ian's phone number so you can start talking to Ian, so Ian can meet the people who to help her pay the child support. Because Ann is grateful. I'm sure Ann will say, thank you, Tay Tay. I know she stole it from you, but the child support situation, they took it directly from a PayPal, and we appreciate that.
Shout out to my internet nephew. Shout out to my
Lil Garbage, your godson now. Garbage, your godson. I'm gonna send you some pictures and stuff. Look, you might do a little memorial to him, everything, some of the birthday stuff. Give him a Garbage scholarship, all that.
I can't even complain now.
I'm talking about you gave him 16 G's because a third that went to child support. So passport can be valid. Passport can run out every 10 years.
So brother, every
you
time
Garbage God moment.
Just drop the mic. That's a drop the mic moment.
You Garbage God moment.
So this is why she does. Okay. So, all right, y'all, let me just keep going.
And I had to make the decision, you know, we can meet up in other places. I didn't have him in the hospital, so his paperwork is different and his passport shit. It took a while, okay? But now we've kind of worked a lot of that out, and I realized what America got going on, I'm like, why in the hell would I want to go to America? And as a mom, I'm torn, but as a realist and somebody that is just on this journey, I know I'm fulfilling my purpose and doing my ancestors want me to do. I just kind of let things happen as they happen, because things always work themselves out. When you are fulfilling your purpose, you're invincible almost. When you're doing the will of the ancestors, you're definitely invincible. So I'm grateful for what I'm doing. I know I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, and it'll work itself out. But with the sweet comes the bitter. You get both, and so having to not see my son for long periods of time, but also being able to be put in a position to fulfill my purpose, that's my bitter with the sweet. But with the cancer part, when I thought I was about to die, I'm like, let me get to America. Now that I'm getting better, now that we have alternative means to see each other and I can have my heart full and be around my son, like, that's my desire. That's why I'm out here building. All of this is for him.
Stop it, Tay. Stop it, Tay. Stop it, Tay.
It's funny, I was gonna stop it anyway.
Hold on. Epiphany. I'm learning real time. So maybe this might be a play on Ann that act like she had cancer, go on live and go on social media so it can get back to Ann. So Ann will make an effort to she'll say, okay, meet me somewhere so I can send, because I'm about to die. I'm in the hospital over here. See, look online, I'm on the IVs, so it can hit Ann and the heartstrings, hit Garvin heartstrings, because he bigger now. He almost in middle school now. So that might be a play on them to see him, thinking she gonna die. And we thinking, oh, it's the scam for the people. No, it's the two-way scam. It's a scam to build the money up on the what's name, but it's a two-way scam to scam in the brain Garvey to see her. Mm-hmm. After all the stuff she did and all the stuff he found out why he, left.
I knew
she might be playing him to get around the boy, because the boy in middle school now.
Because she say, I don't talk about my son, and I'm like, well, I never even said his name. Why is she?
This might be playing in. This might be a play on in. This might be playing in, and the people in DC and stuff. This might be playing in. This is a play on in, because the boy, because he in middle school, Garvin in middle school now, so he can go online and see what's going on. It's so much stuff over online, so. I'm sure Ian and confronting them with it now. They talk because he can see stuff on his own online when he ain't around them on the internet. So this is a play on Ian. This is a way to play on Ian. It's my last 48 hours. I'm better. I'm better now. I got better. So
She was
maybe
a kid, she got
seeing the
predators,
baby, seeing the boy made her feel better. Maybe, you gon' for the fathers out there, they get alienated, because mother get the custody and stuff most of the times. And there's a lot of cats which they could just leave and move and leave the country. You know what I'm saying? But that's quitting on your family. That's quitting. Go to another continent. So
that's true.
it's a lot of stuff there. You already know it's gonna be those conversations that young man gonna be dealing with, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much stuff because they got the internet now. It's not like when we grew up in the 80s and 90s. The kids go to YouTube and type in growing up while my mother wasn't around, and all the videos just gonna come up. You see what I'm saying? Look, kids gonna type in anything that they gonna think about now. Sex, this and that. I got a bump on my forehead, pimples. The stuff that we used to go and ask our parents for because we didn't have an internet. The kids just going to the phone. Remember, you used to go and ask your mama, "Oh, my tooth loose. Why my tooth falling out? It's loose in the front," and then you find out it's supposed to fall out when you go and talk to your mom and dad. You see. Now kids got their own phones. So when he go to the internet and start seeing there's a 15, 14-year-old man in high school being attracted to women and stuff like that, and then he gonna go around, it hit home when you go over that friend house, you go over the girl house you like, and see her mom and dad, and the mama real cook y'all some muffins, and you be like, oh, when you ain't got motherly love, and you go and see somebody else who got real motherly love, they mama at the school and making sure they clothes is pressed up and clean and stuff like that, and got them in karate and extra curriculum.
Yeah,
and pack them lunch. Yeah, when you get around somebody and they mama pack them lunch and love them for real, and you be like that eating in the school cafeteria, you be like, damn. You said as a child, damn, they mama is up to their game, up to date. It's love. And he gonna have all them questions. He gonna have them all.
Yep. Let me finish this up.
Go ahead.
You're right, though. You're right. Like, because he can look that up. So that could have been a play on her child's father.
Yes, that's a play on N.
So let's finish this up. This is the last segment.
Like if you ain't got it like that. And nothing against my baby daddy, because that's a powerful Jamaican man. I love him down. But we didn't come from it like that. You got to go get it. And hold
on. She admitted that he is Jamaican? She been watching your videos then since I came on here.
I didn't know he was Jamaican.
Since I came on here and told everything. They saw that video. Remember I told him he was Jamaican, where he did in the government and all of that in the ATL. Yeah, they watching it. She been watching those videos with me over here because now she actually saying he's Jamaican and putting it out there. But go ahead.
But she putting out too much information. She wanted everything to be a secret, but I'm gonna let it play.
That's something. I started counting.
Hold on, she married an immigrant. How she was talking about the Gambians and all that. He's an immigrant.
We not even gonna go there.
Yeah, no, I'm being real. Ian is an immigrant Jamaican guy, and before the Jamaican guy, she was with the white guy, and that's when she was married with the older white man. That's when Ian found out, like, what? So she never even married FBA. She never even married FBL, African American.
We know that Art Cathey will say anything to fit her narrative. So, and that's what I'm learning. I take what she say with a grain of salt. Yeah, but this is
in the shot of 1800.
I was thinking that's funny. This is the part that I really want to bring attention to, because Art had to start telling some truth. The videos made her start telling some truth. You coming on my platform and filling in the blanks.
They put the pressure on her. Now I see she mentioned it in just Jamaican. I said, oh, she heard about the interview I did over here.
Correct. She definitely watching. That's why she's super healed now. She got touched by Jesus, white Jesus. But now it's the truth as to what she's afraid of. But she doesn't. What I'm going to say is Art never had to put other Black women down because she doesn't have anything. She about to get real about her lack of whatever in America. And I'm gonna let this play, and then we can talk about it and finish up.
$3,000 a month. Like, where do you go if you don't have no house? You gotta do extended stays. Like, it gets real in America. Like, for real. And I'm like, girl, no ma'am. Ain't nobody house I can just go stay at like that in America. I got friends, but you don't nobody, you don't want to be.
Hold on, Tay, you gotta stop it right there. Tay, pause it. She don't have nobody to stay with. Hold on. So you telling me an American coming from the first world, you leave America with an infant baby, and you have nowhere to go back home in America? So that says something about family relationships, old co-workers, old friends, social media friends. That says a lot. If you can't go back to America and stay with somebody and you sick. You can't stay with somebody to see your son. You can't even stay with your son's father. You can't stay with your own family. Nope. So what have you done to all these people where you can't stay with them?
Yeah. So you just confirming what I said, the burning of the bridges. There's a woman in this chat. I don't know if V is still here, but V was here. And V, when Art Cathey got kicked out of her family's home or whatever, V picked her up. She was online saying blah where she was, and V picked her up and brought her back to her home. She contacted V and told V she got 6 months to live. V has been recently diagnosed with cancer. So yes, it's like, ma'am, you're just going to sit here and lie that you got cancer. This woman that helped you out. There's people that fed her, gave her clothes, this, that, and the third. But she literally said that she doesn't have a support system. If she does not have a support system, it's because she's always lying, cheating, and scamming, and she burned those bridges. Someone told me, argue me down. Oh, Art Cathey got a house. She be scamming dudes. If you could scam them, then get it. I'm like, I don't have that type of mentality, ma'am. Okay. But if she was like, Art Cathey got money, she got a house. Art Cathey has come out and said, where do you stay if you don't have a house? Well, you go get a job like everybody else and get an apartment and you pay rent. That's what you do, right? But she's talking about.
So a sister told you, a sister said to you, okay, she's scamming for it. If they let her scam, don't worry about it. It's get it. That's what she's supposed to do. That's what the sister called you and said on the internet.
Not so much. She said she knows Art Cathey. She know the family. She said Art Cathey has always been scamming. Art Cathey has a house. Art Cathey thinks about it. If she could scam somebody, then she gonna scam them. I said, well, then that's why she's in the state that she's in, if that's true. But I don't really talk to that sister no more because it seemed like she just want to talk to me to make me angry about this. And some people live.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was gonna say it seemed like she was dissing you. Because it's your fault, because she should have got you. Like, why would you say that to somebody who got taken advantage of?
5,000. She said she didn't invest. She gave Art Cathey and them 5,000. So I'm like, okay, well, evidently you got it like that. I don't, right? So I'm gonna fight for what's mine.
Hold on, so Tay, you gotta realize when somebody coming and talking like that, see how I raised my antennas the minute I heard you say it and I stopped you. Because this is what I was about to say. You got a peep game. It's counterintelligence. What's going on? This is psychological when you scamming, and they scamming on the point where they getting tens of thousands of dollars from groups of black women at 20 and 30 at a time. And then they go into the new phase. You got to peep what's going on. They're going to throw people because you're on the internet. It's going to be people coming, and they're going to look like they're not really coming from their team. They're going to look like they're coming to make peace. They're going to look like they're coming to show you a little truth about it. You see what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, I know her, and she been scamming for this long. But then they're going to show you the true cards. Yeah. You did right. You did right. So they coming to do stuff like they might try to flash your page, show some porn on your page, say something crazy on your page to get your page taken down, stuff like that. So you got to look at that. That's how they send trolls and horses. The internet is crazy and nasty. They nasty. They nasty.
You would think that it's coming from maybe some young people that know how to do that.
They might try to dox you, all that type. So you start getting doxed and messed with from somebody out of nowhere. It's coming from who you putting heat on. So you putting heat and pressure on Art Cathey. And so they're not going to come and raise the flag and say, yeah, we coming to knock you down for them, or we've been sent by them, or we've been paid, and we got a cash app from them, or we've been given a bounty. If we can get you taken down or this to you, we're going to get paid out. See,
you talk about Shrek, y'all.
It's war in this shit. And see, it's psychological. And that's why I'm over here to help you to look at that way, to let them know, hey, no, it's a whole another chess game. I don't have to have a YouTube to be powerful on this YouTube and fuck with y'all the way I need to fuck with y'all. So I've been sending messages, Tay, that you didn't even know that it's a war going on. You just was a conduit and you getting blessed by it because you was taking advantage of. But it's a bigger war going on.
Amen.
It's a whole bigger war going on with this YouTube and with this internet. So yeah, we couldn't deep. We couldn't deep. Well, fuck the council. Fuck the council. You took 16 stacks on 10 different folks. You need to be stabbed in the liver. Fuck the council. We trying to do it fast.
Well, you know, what's funny is you were saying that, you know, something about cash apps and people coming and they doxing you. And that's why I said Shrek, y'all. Everything he just said, is that not what Shrek was doing to me? Why? Because I was bringing the heat to who? Her friend Kwesi. And my thing is I have lost this money. If I get it back, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus, yalla bahna. If I don't, then they just unleash.
You got to give them 16K of publicity. See, you pay for 16K. They got to get 16,000 of publicity. Right now, they only got about $40 of publicity. Okay. It's a long way to 16K.
Okay. Yep. So
and you don't shortchange them. You pay for it. You don't let them leave the grocery store without a full bag of groceries.
Yeah. So and it's funny. It's really funny that you are confirming some things. So there was someone that was in the chat and they said something, and I just went ahead and blocked them. But it's like, if someone can't see what I'm doing, this is not a campaign against Art. I'm showing people what she's doing, what she's saying, so that way someone else doesn't get scammed the way I got scammed. 16 stacks is not a little bit of money. So when people come on here in my comments and say, oh, just get over it, that person doesn't. I would love to see that person's credit score, because that person doesn't understand finances. So I'm gonna left that at that. Let's get to this, because it's been 2 hours. So when Art says, you know,
this has been an entertaining show. It's been entertaining and informative.
Y'all ride with me for 2-3 hours. I said I'm only gonna do an hour. I'm gonna take X amount of minutes.
When it's good, time flies. When you dropping some heat.
I appreciate you all. I'm gonna let this play, because this is where Art Cathey starts talking about a lot of certain things that I want to close with. Okay.
You're not trying to encroach on nobody's space. You need your own shit. That's why I talk to black women so much. It is about having your wealth, girl. It is not about depending on nobody. You your own savior.
So I have to stop that, because it's going to be a few things, right?
You want your wealth. She said it's about having your wealth, girl. She told y'all she's about having y'all wealth. She actually said it's about having your wealth. She's telling y'all she's going to get y'all's wealth and put it in her account.
So, and I looked at it as, okay, so I'm breaking it down, but when you get to the next part of what she's saying, I said earlier that it looks like Art Cathey is finally opening up she's finally growing up. She's been on this, you got a vagina? And this may just be what I'm seeing right now, right?
She's growing up.
A lot of the stuff that she's saying is things that she said to us to try to break us down, right? If you a single baby mother, oh, you a baby mother, this, that, and the third, why the man not with you? That's what she said, right? Then she wants to talk about people that are overweight. Some people are trying to lose weight. I gained 30 pounds dealing with these ninjas, right? But I'm consciously trying to get it off of me. But also, it's about building your own wealth. So the fact that how hard it is to get money in America legally, right? And to have 16,000 and lose it, and then to just say, oh, whatever, that's the point I'm making. You know, that's the point I'm making.
A thief is a thief in biblical times and tribal times and in the motherfucking future. A thief is a thief. It's still gonna be. And if we was in those other times, they'll cut their hand off. And if y'all can find it, if she touched ground in the USA and Atlanta long enough, y'all pulling up.
Very true. Very true. And you know, you're right. She may not be growing up. You know, the thing is with the way Art Cathey, you know, throws out.
You want me to tell you how a thief grow up and tell you and show you that they sorry. They pay you back your money with interest.
Oh, you know, you just finished up with my closing.
That's right? how thief show you that they sincerely, if they done stole from you, they pay you back with some icing on the top.
Absolutely. So let me just play this. Let me play this, and then I'll
And
finish up.
I lived my life a long time thinking that, oh, I gotta get a man to validate me, the man pays the bills, all of that rhetoric and shit that we were taught in patriarchal America. You know, there really is nothing wrong with being independent and being your own savior, because it's deprogramming us from that brainwashing of having somebody come save you and looking for that daddy shit and those mommy daddy wounds. I've been able to be on my path to healing those wounds. I'm not gonna say I've healed them all, but I've healed that one when it comes to looking for somebody to save me in that sense. But that is why I sit comfortably here in Africa, because I said, ain't no way in hell I'm finna go back to the struggle of America, bitch. I ain't finna be asking nobody for shit. I'm a single
This
mother.
is mental illness. It's hard to watch. This mental illness. I know her for real. This hard for me to watch. This mental illness. See, I know her for real. I don't know her from the internet. Y'all know her from the internet and the womb schools and all the bullshit. I know her real. Like crime breaking down, know her. This shit mental illness. It's hard for me to watch this shit. It's mental illness. I'm gonna click off the panel. I'm telling you, this shit is hard for me to watch.
It's done. It's over. But I'm happy that
this mental illness. This is mental. Talking about by yourself, black women. None of it is not designed for us to be. If it's designed for you to be by yourself, why we got opposite body parts? Why we got opposite strengths?
So I don't think. So for me, I don't think she's preaching that. I think she's talking about financial independence. That's how I was.
Listen, I guess the reason why I'm fired up is because that's the hook that she got to get people, telling you to be independent and be by yourself with your money. No, so she can come and take it, so the vultures can come down. You see that separation talk. She's getting the women. Yeah, you need to be by yourself and independent, and this is all you. And so the vultures can come and take advantage of you. That's how they scam talk. They set you up by slowly starting to get you to start thinking, oh yeah, I need to close in and just be with me, and then plug into her, and then your funds transfer from you to her.
That could actually, I mean, I'm not saying that that's not it either. It's just the only reason why I say I feel like
she's pitching a scam in it. She's seeming crazy, but she's pitching the scam in the psychotic talk. You need to be independent. I'm independent by myself. And then next thing she's gonna be talking about sense of money.
Let me clarify this. So the video, this is the end of the video as to where I cut it off at, but where she keeps going, she's talking about how hard it is in America. So that's why I say I feel like she's talking about her not being financially stable, her not being able to pay for her own apartment, her not being able to buy things that she needs. That's just based off the rest of the video as to what she was saying. But I mean, she was focusing on the men. Right? I need to be spitting on the men literally to get what I want. And now it's like, oh, well, it's nothing wrong with women being able to take care of themselves. And don't get me wrong. I feel like women should be able to come to the table with something as well. We had this conversation before. A woman shouldn't be a complete dependent for a man. I don't think a man wants a dependent. I think he wants a partner. Right? So, but,
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. A man wants a wife. A man doesn't want a partner. A man wants a wife.
So isn't a man and a wife a partner anyway? I mean, they're in it together.
Listen, Tay, wife and partner is different. I'm gonna give you an example. Just like I have a daughter. Now my daughter and Art know my daughter. Art and I'm talking about all that. Know my daughter. My daughter done seen Garvey as a baby. And my daughter even acts like, so that's my god brother now since you the godfather? That's what she acts. And so my daughter in Georgia, I'm not gonna allow any of them transsexual white guys is dressing up as girls, being any of the sports competing against my daughter in Georgia. It's not gonna happen. Because they play on the words. They use the vocabulary to play on the words legally. So it's not gonna happen. So it's the same way. So since they play on the words with that and then try to have a trans girl in the competition with my daughter in high school in Georgia, we ain't playing that. So it's the same way. That's why it's a big, and I'm telling you as a brother, as a man, it's big. The vocabulary is big. It's key number one. A wife is different from a partner because a partner allows in all that LGBT stuff. Wife, it seals it up. It's man and woman. You see, it seals it up. See that partner talk? That's for the whole world. That's the anti-family. That'd be anti-family. You see?
That's the problem, right?
Yeah.
Now the words are being used for different things. Now
Yeah, that's why we got to stand on it. That's why I said wife.
right?
You know.
So my thing is I will hope that my subscribers will understand that when I'm saying partner, I'm talking about not partner. Oh, this, that, this, the other side of the partner.
You're talking about a husband.
I'm talking about, I got your back. This is my husband. I got your back. You got my back. We're in this together. We are a team, right? No matter. About you
a down wife. You down for him.
That's the way I was using the word partner.
Okay, I got you.
Unfortunately, sometimes we can't even use regular words because
they done flipped it. Yeah. So you're right. You gotta say pause. I'm like, hold on. Is she trying to say partner? I'm talking about nuclear family. Like,
Yeah, I get what you're saying though. And then this is my thing. Like, we've been saying what we've been seeing with art for the past 5 years, that it is mental illness.
This is severe. This is severe.
You in the last live, you confirmed that. Now, the sad thing is everything that I've been through in the Gambia, I want to talk about mental illness. Am I dealing with coming out of a depression? Absolutely. For people to make videos about you and all you're doing is fighting the injustices, it does take a toll on you, right? But I wanted to take this opportunity as well as to talk about things in our community that we don't talk about. We don't talk about mental illness. And there are a lot of people that's walking around here with mental illnesses. We don't talk about going to therapy. Yes, I'm going to therapy because I need to deal with the anger that has happened. So I could say, oh, I'm embarrassed by that. I'm not going to do that, because how is that going to help our community? We hide so many things that's going on in our community, and it shouldn't be where we have to talk about it online, right? We should have community meetings and getting together the way it was back in the day, but that's a perfect world. I'm not going to see that in this world. We may see it in some communities, but we need to get back to building ciphers, right? Iron sharpening other iron. It's just, I see the
you was attempting to do that. You was attempting to do that. That's what they were selling. That's the pitch that they were selling. You was attempting to do that. And then they scamming through people looking for other like-minded people from America to build something outside over in Africa in the motherland and live a different, take away the pressure of the capitalistic machine. So, you are on that route. That's what you was on, and you showed that, and that's why I'm disappointed. You showed it to the point where you put up 16,000. That's how much you not believe in it. You know it can happen, and you followed through, and you went over there to find out they robbed you and they stole from you.
The thing is, the question is okay. So that's going into the last part of the video. Like, I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna finish with a question, and I'll let you close it out. But I feel like, okay, so was I wrong for believing in our people? Because we have seen what can happen, right? And that's just a rhetorical question. But
no, you were not wrong in this situation. This was premeditated by Art Cathey, some other people, to put this front, to market it this way, to fearmonger, to sell the dream of having a young African husband, having a family or whatever, and then selling the dream of your money doubles over there. You're going to have more money than the man. You're going to have more money than the people over there. And it's going to be a situation where it's going to be all of the pressures of America and the stresses of America, they're going to vanish. And that's how they actually sit down and marketed it up and thought about it, had cards, had marketing cards, had lines and pitches and remembered speeches, so written speeches. So all of this is all put up. All this is for real, a marketing campaign and effort put into it. So just like any other corporation, they say this is the product or service, and they purposely didn't, knowing that they weren't going to have the end result, and started actually physically running from the country, leaving, changing stuff, cutting off the comments on their YouTube. So no, it's not you. Nothing you did wrong. They actions show that you got taken advantage of. You're the victim and the true victim. Look it up. The comments turned off. They moved from the physical land, from the country. All of this, everything, other lawsuits from other people, multiple lies. They changed the narrative, flip flop. They say they sell in this store 1 year, then they come back and sell in this store. And they're saying this: I'm healed. I'm sick. I'm healed. I'm a sinner. I'm a saint. Like
y'all know.
I got a family. I'm single. I got a son. I don't know him. I haven't seen him in a long time. And
I ain't never seen my son in a minute.
And at the end of the day, when they step foot back on American soil, and you and the whole list of other people who've been real money and real life savings been taken from, they gonna run, and they gonna run to them people. And guess what they gonna say? I'm clinically diagnosed, psychotic. I'm clinically diagnosed schizophrenic. I'm clinically diagnosed. I've been admitted before. That's gonna be that's gonna be their defense, and the defense gonna be, I just did what the man told me to do. I just did what the man told me to do. He had me on a spell. He put roots on me. He had me to drink all these different roots and stuff every day, and medicines and herbs. He put roots on me, and I'm psychotic. I've been admitted before. See, this is my real name. This is my paperwork. That's gonna be the defense. After they're gonna say, you took $16,000 from this man, this other man over here in Cleveland, this other lady, y'all took $32,000 from her. Y'all got $64,000 from this lady over here in Florida. Y'all did this to this lady, got $27,000 over here. Then up in New York, y'all got this from these people here, and that. And that's what she gonna be saying. Well, he had me do all kind of roots, and I was on voodoo, and he was some type of chief, and he was a shaman, and all that. I was up under a spell. All of that, I was off my medications. And took me out the country.
That's going to be used as a defense.
That's going to be the defense, y'all.
Is ignorance is not bliss. Ignorance is not a defense of the law. And if she does have mental issues, like she's been diagnosed, the courts can deem her medically compatible. Medically, what's the word? It starts with a C. But that she's okay to go through trial. So, it's a lot. But I mean, you clear a lot of things up. Like Art is saying how I'm not coming back to America because it's so expensive. It's this, is that. But not one time did she think about us, the people that she scammed. Right? The Art Cathey boy says the same thing. Oh, America's this, oh, America that. But not one time did they think about the people that they scam, because what they did was, it didn't stop them from taking away from our African dream, whether it was me investing into my future. But I mean, eventually I want to have land outside the country and a house. But now it's like, not the Gambia, fall back, because I lost so much money. But they don't have anything wrong. They don't see anything wrong with taking someone's American dream. I put that in quotation marks because everybody else's dream is different. I mean, their African dream, and then they move on, take the people money, and then they move on to another country with another scam. Because like Yoga said, Art Cathey has been connected to how many other scams? We got the Honduras scam, we got the Ghana, the dental tourism scam, we got the alleged cancer. I'm healed. I took some herbs, and now both my organs are good to go, and I'm good. What the hell? I'm gonna bring the doctor on so she can. Man, we know it's Africa. You could pay this doctor to say anything. Come on now. It may, for every legit doctor that will not lie, there's one that will. But she's playing on people's emotions that have never been to Africa, that really don't understand. Some people watch videos and they swear they know what's going on. It's different once your feet touch the ground. But what business person actually does that? Art has this, if people that I went on vacation with, sometimes you become a family, a support system. So all these people that she says she helped, none of those people are there to support you and help you? No. Because Art will say, give me your money, this, that, and the third. I don't want to talk to you. She love bomb you to get what she want, and then she kicks you to the curb, and it's like, This is why you don't have a support system, ma'am. You continue to take and use people. And this is not the end of the video, y'all. Well, this is the end of the video that I'm sharing today. I'm going to get the next part together and I might just record it. But I know you all like the lives and I like the lives. So
hey, can I say something real quick that I forgot?
Yep.
I want to give a shout out to your moderator, Gail at Night. I know Gail at Night from Thailand. My travels, I told you I stay over in Thailand at 4 months at a time. I'm not trying to flex. This is what I really do. And I know Gail at Night from Rich and Max channels on Thailand and all the big Passport Bro channels over in Thailand and DR and Colombia and stuff where I'm at a lot. And I saw Gail over here and whatnot. And so Gail know me like for real out there in Thailand, making business moves and doing some real things. And man, you talking about building. That's why I got your number offline and we're gonna talk. That day I just been busy. I literally just got back in town or whatnot, been traveling. And so so I saw Gail at night. I said, Gail over here, Gail her moderator. Okay, Tay good people, because I know Gail on the real. And Gail has been knowing me since like 2020, over 5 years.
That. When you were first on the live, she was in the chat and she was like, I know Yoga, I know him from blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, she know me from Thailand for real, like overseas, like really doing my thing. And so Gail has seen me with doing the Muay Thai, fighting over there in Thailand, training and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she
so
sent you her email, gailatnight@gmail.com. She said she heard email Yoga.
Yeah. So when I saw Gail, I said that's real people. So yeah, like I know Gail in real life. Like I know, like you know, and I know Gail. Like, damn, he know Art. Like, yeah, these people know me as Yoga, like really in the ATL. So it's international, and I don't do a lot of flexing and flossing and whatnot. But when I say I'm the biggest YouTuber in the Passport Bro and travel community, without a YouTube, and they make moves happen, and power moves happen. Like I really mean it.
I mean, if I'm ever in Atlanta, I'm definitely going to hit you up. I want to, I'm a workout queen. I love to work out. I might.
Oh yeah, you see my boxing picture. That's a painting, actual painting, about 10 by 12 painting up on the wall that I got done, painted down in Dominican Republic in Sosúa by the famous painter down there, Santana, on Sosúa Beach. And so that's my thumbnail right there with me, Cuban boxing gloves. I stayed a month over in Cuba. And this is how me and Ian, Art's husband, baby daddy, this is how we really connected. I stayed over in Cuba for a month to learn everything about tobacco and cigars, to come back in Atlanta and open up a cigar shop right across from Dr. King's memorial funeral, where he's buried at on Auburn Avenue. And so Ian was one of the people on my team, gonna help me with the marketing and this and that, and told me a good idea. And I was partnering with a Black Cuban, another one of our friends who married a sister out of Clark, Atlanta, and just came from Cuba. And he said, yeah, I was gonna be the face to go out and market the company, because he didn't speak English, and connect everybody with it. And so Ian was big, and Art was, that it was big in my life around that time when I went to Cuba or whatnot. So when I got back, I got this painting done. I was training. So when I went over to Thailand, there you can see when I go places to train, when I go to places to travel, I train in their traditional sport also. So, the Cuban boxing is big, and I train with coach Nicholas Isadora down in Cuba. He's the Cuban gold medalist coach all these different years. And he defected. He came up in Atlanta with us. After we opened up the cigar shop, his nephew was the one I opened up the cigar shop with. So I'm connected in Cuba with real officials.
I enjoyed Cuba. I went to Cuba. I got sick though. I couldn't go to the cigar place and ride the horses. I was real sad. But
when we travel, we're gonna do some workout stuff. So now when you come with me, I got a pair of gloves for you. I got some. Hold on, let me just cut on my camera. I'm gonna show you what I got for you.
Well, thank you, because I got some gloves too, so I appreciate that. Yep. Hey, I earned them gloves. Yes, family. Thank you so much for hanging with me, guys. I'm gonna let him show me these gloves, and then we're gonna be out because Stella got to go to the restroom, and I don't want her barking at me. Thank you, Gail, for moderating. No problem. Thank you, Gail, for moderating tonight. Thank you, family, for joining me. Like I said, I'm gonna drop a few videos, but I'm also gonna do another live. I will try to let you all know some days in advance. Tay is packing, she's moving. I got a lot of stuff going on, but I can't wait until I move into my new place, because I know that I'm gonna be able to go live more. Thank you, Shadow Black Tea. And for my people that are trying to lose some weight, let me drop this real quick. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do it live or do a video. But I oops up and made some chicken soup, y'all. It was so freaking good with some kale in it. So I want to replicate it because I just oopsed up and made it. So if you all want to make some chicken soup, I know it's hot outside, but soup is very low in calories, right? For those
all right,
lose weight.
All right, let me show you. Let me cut on the camera and show you what I'm talking about. Let me cut on the camera. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Turn my phone around. Hold on. See how much power I got on it. Let's say number 2%. I'm trying to do this with
2%.
Yeah, I'm working with 2%. Hold on. Let me turn my camera around. Hold on.
All right, let me remove her and let me.
Yeah, put me big. Yeah, make me big. Let me turn the camera around on the settings. So I got this for you when you come to Atlanta. We're gonna train. And so since you have been to Thailand, Gail at night can confirm that I do my thing over in Thailand.
Gail, should I be scared? Oh Lord. I'll do anything once. I love fitness. I really do. And I travel every time.
Okay, here we go. Put me on the big screen, make me big.
Can I remove myself?
Yeah, you can make yourself small, make me big. There you go. All right, so this is Fairtex stuff. This is all directly from Thailand in the packs. So Fairtex is the Muay Thai they lean sport over there. The Art of 8 Land. So those are official Muay Thai Fairtex trunks. So I'm gonna give you a cheetah pair of these. I'm gonna take them out, let you see them, the real deal. And cause I'm opening up a Muay Thai gym here in Atlanta, so I brought back like $5,000 worth of gear from Pattaya, Thailand. So these are the real deal. They gold, you see they shining. Real trunks, Muay Thai trunks. Then along with this is for you. Hold on, I got more. Put it back on big screen. Now along with this, I got some of the traditional Muay Thai Thailand shorts in pink for you. So when you come, we're gonna really train. We're gonna show it on your YouTube. And these are the Muay Thai shorts that everybody wear in Thailand. And you can see actually how they writing look. That's Thailand writing. Hold on, that's Thailand writing right there. See up here it says Thai boxing.
Yeah, that's
says
nice.
Thai boxing.
Nice. Yes, when I take myself off, it removes the volume, my microphone. But those are nice.
There you go. Then I got the Fairtex gloves for you. From Thailand, still in the wrapping. Then I got the Fairtex hand wraps, pink hand wraps for you. And we're gonna be doing kicking. It's Muay Thai's kicking, kneeing, elbowing, and punching. Then I got the ankle support to show you where to kick at.
Y'all.
So you come to Atlanta.
Are you sure you want to train me? Because I got a lot of anger inside me. I don't want to use this.
Hey, that's gonna be the beautiful thing. That's gonna be the beautiful thing.
But no, that would be good because I do need to be able to always protect myself, right? Self-defense. I need to, because I never expected to get assaulted while traveling abroad. I never expected that, and now I have reservations, and I like being free when I travel. I don't like to have reservations thinking that someone is coming to get me. That's what they push to leave America because it's safer in Africa. Not for me, dang blasted. It was not for me. But family, thank you Yoga for joining. Thank you for coming on the panel. Thank you for sharing. Your comment section said cheetah draws. They said cheetah draws. I'm gonna be fancy, Shadow Black Tea, but I would enjoy that. Everyone that knows me, that follows my channel, follows me on Facebook or whatever, they know that Tay is about fitness. I didn't realize how fit I was when I was in the Gambia, and I was just eating right and exercising. All right.
Come on down. Let's go in 2 weeks. Come on down to South Beach, and we're gonna do some more time on the beach. And you set up your cameras, and we're gonna do it, and you put it on YouTube.
You gotta talk. I can't do 2 weeks. I got a furry dog over here. I'm trying to move. I gotta.
Hold on. You fly down. You fly down a Friday night. We work out Saturday night. For Saturday, you can fly out Saturday night or fly out Sunday morning.
Shadow Black T said, "Oh, I like the pink ones." At Yoda, don't be wearing them cheetah drawers. Someone might get the wrong impression.
No, I'll show you mine. Hold on. Let me show you mine. Hold on.
Shadow Black T, that's funny. Oh, the wrong impression. They gonna think, They gonna be like, wait, so he wants some money? No, it's not that type of party. But I love boxing, y'all. I miss cardio kickboxing. I missed that on Thursday because I was just so exhausted.
Hold on now. See, I ain't playing that. When you come down here, you train with me, we go down here to Miami, train on Miami Beach. I'm not playing, see. But you gonna see me on with something like this. Let me show you. Let me cut back on my camera. So I'm coming with that. Put on big. I'm coming with that python. So I'm wearing that python with that silver, with that python on the side. With that real python, with that silver right there, say danger. See, I'm rocking that python. Then on the second day when we train, I'm gonna go to the neon joints. Let me show you how them look. Cause they got the shiny part on them too, like the cheetah ones.
Yoga, look, you got some nice ones, look.
Look, I'm going to them. Yeah, see how they say 1971 on the side? That's when Fairtex was founded. And this is crazy. The Thai guy that founded Fairtex, he stayed in Chicago, had moved to Chicago in the late 60s, was up in Chicago and saw all the brothers boxing and Muhammad Ali and all of that. He was inspired. He went back to Thailand and started Fairtex for the Muay Thai. So it was still inspired by FBA all the way out there in Thailand. He told me this himself. Mr. Warren told me this himself, the old man, in Pattaya in the Fairtex building. I got the video of it. And that's why I got so much of the merchandise to bring back and open up and start a store in Atlanta. Because he was like, I'm fucking with you, Yoga. He didn't say it like that, but because I'm fighting and who's training me, I train with Susakan. He's the current champion over there. He like Mayweather over there. And me and him kicked it. That's why I stayed for 4 months.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Thank you. And yes, Miriam. So, it would be nice for me to go to Miami and change my perception of Miami because I always said I'm not going to Florida. And the one time I went to Florida on my way to Cuba, I stopped in Miami to help. I'm always trying to help someone, right? And I get the short end of the stick. And it was a horrible, horrible experience. Some Latinos were like, we're going to call the cops on you. Like, oh, I'm coming into Dollar Tree to Dollar General to steal. I said, ma'am, are you serious? I walked in there. No,
Tay, this is how we're gonna do it. Tay. You fly in. We're gonna go from the airport to South Beach. South Beach, we're gonna go straight to the parking deck up on Meridian. I got a spot up on Meridian, 1818 Meridian House. You can Google it and look it up. It's right up by Lincoln Ave, while the shop's at on up right where the beach stop. And we're gonna park right there, stay right there in Meridian House, and then ride bikes all around South Beach. We're not even gonna be around on Riff Raff or Dusty. We're gonna be on South Beach. So go from the Meridian House. It's a Muay Thai gym on Collins. We warm up in there. Then we go from there out to the beach when the sun going down.
Oh Lord, they gonna kill me. Y'all know.
Wow. And then look, boom, you get hot between rounds. Boom, jump in the water, jump in, take a plunge, come back, get back in. And we're only working out there 35 minutes. Before the sun go down, what we're gonna do is swim.
Real skinny.
We're gonna swim and bike ride during the day. So you're gonna bike ride around whole South Beach. So wherever we gotta go, it's gonna be on a bike. Go to the smoothie shop, bike. Go to the beach, bike. Go to the mall, bike. Everywhere we go, Whole Foods, bike. So you just bike around and then do the 35-minute Muay Thai sunset. Then we kick it in Nikki Beach, little clubs, little cool modern spots around there. So not around no riff raff. So you're gonna see Miami real cool, real smooth, how it's supposed to go.
That would be nice. Definitely a different perception of my experience. Thank you so much, Yoga. I appreciate you.
Peace.
We'll talk behind the scenes. Thank you, family, for joining. I'll see you all next time. You enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday. Thank you so much. Take care.